Oh my goodness. I got a new mic. I think I need to is that better? Can you hear me now? I had it muted. Well, anyway, welcome. It's probably best that it was muted because I said something that didn't make sense. I said good morning. And it is evening. I'm just so used to going live in the mornings. But anyway, how are y'all? We're going to be here talking about the new Generations Awaken. Oh my goodness. Yes. Gosh. It's so funny watching Instagram and TikTok and watching the youngsters awaken. They're telling us all the stuff we already knew, older ones anyway, like all that stuff we posted years ago on Facebook and Instagram. Now y'all posting it over like it's some new stuff, girls. It's funny though, but I like to see it. And of course, that's what they got to do. They got to learn. They got to wake up. I'm here for it. And of course, you know, they're going to throw in MJ on there to get them super woke. Throw that in there. Get them frequencies higher. Flood everything with the MJ frequency. That woke them up. Now they're going to start going listen to his lyrics, reading his lyrics, etc., etc. And that's going to take them to different places. That's going to take them to here. That's going to take there. And they're going to see what he was into, what he was reading, what he believed in. And he was a very awakened person. So that's going to be helpful. You said now there's something called witch talk. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm talking about awakening. Everybody's going to be witches this fall because, you know, Practical Magic 2 coming out. So that's going to take off. Everybody's going to be into witchcraft all of a sudden. So prepare. Everybody about to be witches this fall. You're going to have a witchy fall. You said what? They're starting to decode MJ without even knowing it. Good for them. I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I love seeing people start learning new things and awakening and learning more than what they were, you know, given. I don't care about what like Etsy witches. I used to be one of them. I think they're good. I mean, you got to have a way to get this money. So I used to be an Etsy witch back in my day. I still be selling stuff on Etsy, my elixirs. What? They didn't call it that back then. They just services. Spiritual services. This is life-changing channel taking notes. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So anyway, I think once the new generation awakens, this is going to be very interesting because they think a lot different than we do, older than the older generations like Gen X and millennials. The newer generation, quote unquote, is more politically correct. So I wonder how this is going. I wonder how this is going to go with the super overly political correctness that's not even real. You know what I mean? So this is going to be fun. All right, I can't wait to see what happens. You got 2 of my elixirs? Yes, well, I hope that the shipping goes well as well. Thank you. As long as your address is correct, it should. You said political correctness is a nice way to put it. Yeah, it is. It's very nice. I'm being nice. I think most young people, they need something, and if it was political correctness, so be it. But that's not going to last very long. Okay, my prediction. This political correctness stuff is not going to last very long. I definitely believe you should be sensitive to people, but I think that you can definitely take it too far. I think that when this generation awakens, they're going to learn a balance and stop overdoing it. Okay. You said every time you need me, I appear. Oh my goodness. um. Yeah, so I'm liking all the new stuff that's coming out, all the awakening videos that I see people doing. I saw this one guy on Instagram, and the way he was reading tarot cards was hilarious. Made me want to get back to reading tarot cards the way he does. I mean, it's basically like telling people off during the reading, and he's like cursing and telling people like the stuff that I wanted to say, like everything you want to say to people that are stupid and getting readings, trying to see what their man or their dusty is doing or whatever. Like you just want to tell them off at the same time as you're doing the reading. That's what he does. It's hilarious. He cusses them out, calls them stupid. Like if I could literally get away with doing readings like that, I would have never stopped, because that's what I was saying in my mind most of the time anyway. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more people being vocal about how they feel unapologetically, which is hilarious. You know who I'm talking about? Yes, what's his name? Tyler Tarot. Okay, yeah, that's probably what his name is. I just found his stuff today and I was cracking up. Okay. I was laughing hard. I said I might start reading cards again. Shoot. If I could do it like this. You stupid pig, Misha. This is why you can't get nowhere in life. You can steady tasting dust. Look at this card right here. I would literally read the way he reads, but I probably wouldn't curse. I probably would just, be mean though. I would be mean. So the new generations are awakening. I see a lot of new people doing readings. I see a lot of young people awakening, decoding. I see a lot of young people, studying the occult and all this kind of stuff. And I think it's so good. A lot of people come and ask me, do you still do this and do you still do that? Well, I never stopped. Okay. I just don't display it as much as everybody does on social media. So, you know what I mean? I mean, once something is part of your lifestyle, you don't really change it. It just becomes the norm to you. So you don't feel the need to display it all the time. You know what I mean? But when something is like, part of your business, and what you represent online, of course, you're going to talk about it and things like that. So I have two things, I have lots of, different things to talk about. So I like when I see people that are really into what they are about, their spirituality, their craft, their brand or whatever, and they can make businesses out of it and they can make a living out of it. And I really am glad to see people doing that, especially the younger people. And now that we have now that we have more technology, they can actually learn more, do more, teach easier, with all the technology that's out there now. So it shouldn't be very long before most people are definitely awakened. You're going to have to try not to wake up in this day and age, because all the information is right there in front of your face and it cannot really be denied, So that's what I think. Mm-hmm. You notice more people waking up too. So do I, girl. That's a good thing. Like, I'm always surrounded by books and stuff like that, and I am moving to my new house and I'm unpacking slowly. So I literally had to unpack most of my books and put them on my bookshelf in my office in my new house. And I have so many books, y'all. I had to give some, sell some. Um, I kept the ones that I really liked, and I sold the ones that I probably wouldn't read again and didn't really agree with. So if you are doing a book cleanse, take them to like a used store and sell or get the credit for them or resell them on Amazon or whatever, because you can always get new books with your old book money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh my gosh, someone told me they saw my book in the library. I'm like, my book in the library? What? Which one? Girl, my book is in the library. Okay, how to manifest with magic and dark cosmic energy. They said they found this in a library near their home. And I was like, really? This is, thank you. I didn't know libraries did Amazon books, but hey. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is still my best-selling book out of all the level up books that I've, written. Still number one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said as it should be. Yes, ma'am. I wrote this long ago. I might need to write another one because I wrote this many years ago. Let's see what year this came out, darling. I just remember. 2020. 2020. 2020. Why are my covers so basic? Because it's what's inside that matters. No, just kidding. It's basic because it's a book that is basic. It's basic knowledge. How to manifest with magic and dark cosmic energy. What do you want, my face on it smiling? If y'all want my face on a book, y'all get my coloring book, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. All right. This, believe it or not, is my best-selling book, even with the basic cover. All right. Why do I stream more on the other channel? Because I make more money over there, darling. I do this channel for fun. Okay. This is my fun channel. This is where I can just talk and be me. I said people got more money over there because they got sugar daddies over there. They just be giving me their money. They sugar daddy's money, honestly. Okay. We all laugh about it over there. You said everyone's getting an AI generated coloring book. Yeah, thank you. People love this book too. It's really good for manifesting. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're an out-of-work graphic artist, just say so. Somebody being me. I need to get you a sugar daddy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You've been watching my videos all my decade old videos. Thank you. You said you love my humor. Sadly, half of y'all are in school right now for jobs AI is going to take over. I'm sorry. They're trying to tell y'all to go back to trade school. Do you still have Vel? Of course. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I still got all my cats. Okay. Do you have any older uploads saved in anywhere? Now, the ones that they took down was copyright, or like there was music in the background, or maybe somebody reported it or something, girl. I don't know. If it ain't there, it ain't there. Thank you. I'm doing well, and I'm a freelance graphic designer. That's good. That's because you're a woman and you're probably pretty and nice. Other person doesn't have a good attitude. No one wants to work with that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I made you believe in them aliens. Those intergalactic beings. Those interdimensional beings. Your maintenance. What? Your maintenance people think you're a witch. So do the people that pack my stuff from my old house. But it was so cool. Listen, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, coast to coast, sprinkle, sprinkle. So I hired packers to pack up my house, right? And I have a whole witchy room, just everything up in there. Okay. I did not have time to pack all that stuff. I did not, and I didn't want to. I packed all the really interesting things, and I left the kind of stuff that didn't mind people seeing. But the guy that actually came, there was like 2 or 3 guys that came to pack. I hired a service, and one of them that was packing up my office, he was into magic and occult and all this kind of stuff as well. So he did not care. He was packing it up, looking at it probably. And then when he finished packing my office upstairs, he was like, "Hey, I know this place that you could go. They have really good, this is like," he started giving me tips and places to shop and blah, 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 blah. So that was kind of cool as well to know that there's still lots of people out there that are actually, awakening or doing their own thing and not afraid to talk about stuff like that. Okay, read the channel. Shira Goddess, baby. All right. Did you think that there was a reason Harry Potter's birthday is explicitly expressed as July 31st, as there are connection to Horus with the 31? Girl, I don't know, but that's my daughter's birthday. Leo, lion, sun. Sun, Jesus story. Masculine, sun, Jesus story. Horus, sun, Jesus, Leo. That's all. That's all it was, baby. You said it's J.K. Rowling's birthday too? Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, because my daughter told me that they share a birthday. All right. A man got scared because you had a broom above your door. Girl, they all be getting scared. But then, as they should. Okay. You have a Leo daughter too? Oh. So a lot of people, they won't be in a relationship with someone who is into magic or they're scared or whatever. That's okay. Just next. Don't tell them, or next. Or reveal it slowly once it's too late. Okay. They can't do that about it then. It's too late. They already in it. That's what I did. Too late now. So Don't say a word. No, once y'all get married and everything is good to go, then you're gonna whip out your wand and your brooms and get to doing your stuff. Surprise, surprise. How many of y'all have done that? I've done that. You said like bewitched. Exactly. You said you're in school for a trade. Okay, that's good. What trade are y'all? Oh, have y'all heard that they're starting to teach magic and the occult at Harvard, and that Yale has the biggest collection of occult books, or the biggest or rarest or something like that? Yeah, girl, they're trying to make a Hogwarts and stuff, teaching magic. A lot of people are going to sign up for that. Who's going to Harvard on a scholarship for magic? What did you major in? Magic and the occult. Alchemy. What? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all should definitely check out my book. It's linked. I'll paste it here. Okay. What books am I reading? I'll just pull the books that are around me. How's that? Because I've already read them all. I'll just show you what I got next to me, because I literally have been, moving and packing and stuff. So this is one that I have right now. I've already read this one twice. And all the books that I'm showing you are going to be linked, and the second link in the description bar where it says books that I recommend. Okay. And of course, this one, been read that one. That's old. Been read that. What else I got over here? My boy. Other books are at the house. I already packed them and moved them. Then I have all just my books over here. But I tried to move my books first because they're heavy. And I just move a little bit at a time every time I go to the house. And I'm filling up my bookshelf. Getting my office together first. Any tips on spells to let yourself know that you're on the right path and that your manifestations are coming, not like a second guessing yourself. Just stop. Manifesting is like ordering on Amazon. And I tell y'all this. You just do it and then you leave it alone. If you don't believe that you have confidence, if you don't have the confidence to believe in your manifestation, that you have the power to will things into existence and everything is in place already, and that you are already on the right path, you're going to keep second guessing yourself. You got to have confidence. So yes, Natal says do a confidence spell. I say do a main character confidence self-awareness spell. Put everything up in there. Right? Because I don't second guess myself at all. I said what I said, and that's it. Let yourself be an authority. In my opinion, when you manifest from authority, when you manifest from main character energy, when you manifest from confidence, you don't second guess yourself. Period. You already know it, and that's what makes it work. The knowing. All right. And my stuff be working for real. Like literally. I don't even have to think about it. I just do it. And then the next day, literally 2 days later, literally. Why? Because I am that confident. Okay. That main character energy goes a long way, even in magic and manifesting. Okay. It's your frequency that brings it to you. Your confidence that it is on the way. That you already got it. That is like ordering something from Amazon and you expect to see it tomorrow. Or on your on your doorstep very soon. So get it together and get some main character energy. Would you ever share your manifestation journal? You mean would I share it with y'all? Like I'll share something with y'all because I shared this on my other channel. So y'all on my other channel, y'all know. So I have a coloring book, right? Sprinkle coloring book from my, SheraSeven channel. And everything that I colored in here came true. And I didn't color every page. So I got me a new house with a pool. And I got, I colored this like a year and a half ago. Before I knew anything. Before anything ever happened. This is what I did. Okay. I colored this page, sprinkle, and has like a bunch of products, right? Now I'm getting products left and right from TikTok for free. Like beauty products. Right? You remember when you were in a transition phase because I was still Muslim and you helped me look at religion in a different light, and I'm never going back to religion. I feel so free. Well, I'm glad that you're free and that you feel free. Thank you, Goddess Alma. Sprinkle. Yeah, religion is just, man-made construct. We were before religion. Remember that. Yes. And okay, so then we have the page where I color with perfume. And now I have my own perfume. Most of these other pages are blank. See? I didn't color some of these. Some of these my daughters colored, but the ones that I colored, I manifested them. And you realize it. So sometimes your little coloring books are manifestation tools as well. Because you're putting energy into it and you're imagining it. Any confidence spells besides mentalism, candle. Look, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You got to get up every day. You need to go watch my other channel. That's a confidence spell also. You need to go subscribe to SheraSeven on YouTube and watch me every day. Your confidence comes from within. Within. You choose to be confident. You choose to get up every day and be a main character in your own life. It starts like that. And everything else you will have confidence in, even your spell work. Okay. You have to start everywhere else. You got to start with confidence in yourself as a person in general. And that will translate to everything you do. Okay. You got to just have confidence. Work on it every day. Get up every day. Walk, talk, and dress like a main character. Make yourself look like a main character. Walk like a main character. Talk like a main character. That builds confidence. Okay. And then when you do your spell work as a main character. Do your manifesting as a main character. Okay. Not like someone's scared and don't know what they're doing. Fake it till you make it, baby. That's how it works. That's why it's called magic. Okay. Make something out of nothing, baby. Come on. Materialize the confidence within. That is the magic. You said I helped you enter your villain era. Okay. Sprinkle. Stop working on it and just be it. Skip all that. Be the character. Then that's going to happen. It's going to come naturally. Y'all, it's always how to. Just be. Just be it. That's literally it. One day you can go from being with low self-esteem and no confidence, and the next day you can act like a main character, and that's what's going to bring it to you, Do you have any advice following your own path, even if you have to leave everything familiar to you? I'm scared to step into the unknown. Thank you, Sprinkle. Yeah, girl. Just like when you were born, you stepped into the unknown, baby. It's just like, that's why it's called like a rebirth, a spiritual rebirth. It's like you're being born again. And everything is scary when when you don't know anything, but you're learning. And the more you learn, the less you fear. So whatever it is you're scared about, learn more about it. And that will alleviate the fear. That's why you always see people reading who are on spiritual journeys. You always see them with a book. You always see them doing research, because the unknown is literally the unknown. Once you know it, you don't fear it because you know it. It ain't nothing up no more. Okay, so start reading. Explain chaos magic, please. Like Scarlet Witch. Girl, that's just everything you can pull out your hat. Doing all kind of stuff. It's because like when you know a lot, it's like you can literally use mentalism to perform chaos magic. It's symbolism. It's everything you know, just all bunched up together like a salad, and you just throw out whatever you need to throw out at the time you need to throw it out, basically. All right. You're 24 and you've been helping me growing your confidence. You feel so much better after watching you, and you truly love yourself. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. The SHERA frequency. I appreciate you, girl. How to vibrate like our best selves when we don't know how that person fully vibrates. Okay. Your best self vibrates on the highest level, but you're not your best self yet, darling. So you ain't gonna vibrate like your best self. Okay. You're gonna vibrate like who you are, what you're doing, what you're reading, the people that are around you, your environment. So change yourself, change your environment, change everything around you. And that's how you're gonna vibrate. Okay. If you want to vibrate high, get around high vibrating people. If you want to vibrate higher, read higher vibrating things. If you want to vibrate higher, get around better environments that are going to help you vibrate on a higher frequency. Eat foods that help you vibrate on a higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is that. That's your higher self tomorrow if you change your habits today. And then the next day, if you get better habits or do things consistently, that's your next higher self. Okay. So you got to start today. You got to start somewhere. Okay. You are an African living in Australia and you've been wanting to learn how to decode. How can you learn? Okay. Study symbolism. Your first form of symbolism was probably dream interpretation. Just study symbolism. What symbols mean? You can study symbolism. You can get you a symbolism book. A lot of them are like this thick. That's your start. That's how you're going to start to see decoding and everything once you learn symbolism. It will show you a picture or a symbol and it will tell you what it means. It will break it down and it will decode it. And if you see a symbol in a movie or somebody has a certain type of symbol and you're going to be like, oh, that means that. Oh, that means that. And you're going to start to decode. It's all going to start to become like a language to you. Thank you, the goddess AC. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you, goddess. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, you get you a symbolism book and you're on your way, ma'am. Who created us? Your mother, our moms, your mama, big mama, big mama. Do you think frogs and dogs and cats walk around asking who created them? Mama. All right. You're starting an alchemy YouTube channel, but you got concerned about weirdos. Any tips on feeling and staying? Girl, you're going to get a bunch of weirdos. I had so many weirdos. Yeah, that'll bring them out, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Most of the time, they don't have enough money to get to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You be all right. That crazy chick can only go so far, Mia. You all right. You said, why can't she create you with big money? Girl, money didn't exist back in the old days. Okay. Am I Jewish? If it's paying, I'll be whatever religion is that you need me to be if you're going to give me some money in my pocket, because I'm not really any religion. You said you like that? Girl, how much is paying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what about the rich ones? They're not concerned with you on a little YouTuber. As long as I've been on YouTube, I've only had broke weirdos. Rich weirdos, they just watch from a distance and they're silent. They got okay. Or they come bearing gifts. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Only weirdos I had that were rich came bearing gifts, baby, tithes and offerings. The rich weirdos, they'll see you as a goddess. And that's not weird. They take it a little far. They take it to an obsessive level. So you want them weirdos because they be sending gifts and tithes and offerings, darling. You said, gotcha. Yeah. The superstitious ones, the ones that see signs and everything when they got money, you're going to reap the benefits. You said, how are you mentally? I'm mentally prepared to deal with dust on a daily basis and avoid it. Yes. Can you teach us how to command the universe to obey your orders? Like you're speaking with authority, like you're on it and all. You are the boss if you're a woman. You are the boss if you're a woman, ma'am. So it shall be. So it is. I see it what I see it, basically. It's not really speaking with authority. It's speaking with knowing. You know what I mean? Like when your mother speaks. Speak like a mother would speak. Yeah, you're already the universe. If you're a man, yeah. Same thing. Speak like you're speaking to yourself. Speak like you're speaking to yourself. Speak as a father. Mothers, women, speak as a mother. But you remember where you came from. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if I'm manifesting something, I'm going to act like I already got it. Act like you're grateful for it already. Say, this is what it's going to be. Say it like it's already done. You know? How am I living my new home? I just came from over there. I'm moving in slowly, getting all my books together, got my office almost done. Big move comes soon, but I like it. Getting stuff painted. Got to hire painters. I know painters cost so much. But you gotta make it look good. You're welcome. Do I think it's best for women to live alone? It depends on what you want to do in that house, girl. What you trying to do in the house? Look, it all depends. I was married for 20 years, lived with a man for 25 years. Okay. I'm recently widowed. And Living now my own house, doing what I want to do, it's very nice because you can decorate what you want, how you want. You don't have to worry about people messing it up. Like it's it's like because I never really lived on my own, you know? So it's really different and I can do way more, you know? I can make things just the way I want them without worrying about another person. So whatever you trying to do, ma'am, what you trying to do? Any advice on trying to grow your social media presence? You've been at it for 2 years trying to give women, young women self-worth. Da, 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 da. Well, you know what? You get on every day consistently and keep going. Don't be afraid to speak your real mind. No one wants to hear copy, paste, repeat. Okay? Be your authentic self. I remember many years ago, people told me to change how I speak, use proper English, be more serious, change my video format, do all this other stuff that I never did. And and you know, what works for one person, it's not going to work for the next person if you want to be different or if you want to remain, original in who you are. So there's nothing to really follow except for consistency and originality and not being afraid to say what you want to say. That's literally it. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Your grandparents that I never met. Why? You miss your grandparents that you never met. Why? Because you ain't never met them, girl. You missed them completely. That's probably why. How was humanity created? Where do women come from? They come from their mama. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Humanity was created by women. I mean, if they tell you over and over in the Bible that Adam made Eve, and y'all believed it, I can sit up here and tell you that everything came from a woman, and that's more believable because you see it every day happening over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay. When the age-old question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg was inside the chicken already. Thank you, SHERA, for all your spiritual content. Please show us more magic rituals. Can you please upload videos about money magic? I have all those on my playlist already under my spells playlist, darling. Go watch them. But thank you. Go to my YouTube channel title page and click on playlist. Sorry, and click on playlists, and I have spells on there. All right. You said Atlantis. How was a chicken made? Right? You know what I'm saying? Where did the chicken come from? Are the chickens looking for its maker? Where did I come from? You know what I mean? Are the chickens even looking for its maker, or did they just look at their mama? Do you think it's a man or something? You looking for a man, girl? The closest you're going to get is your mom. Okay. If you try to trace back your DNA millions of years back, it's always going to go to a woman. Always. It's going to go back to a woman, man. Tips for those who just left religion. Stay gone from it. Don't go back. If you go back out of fear, you never tried to leave it anyway. You were just curious. If you leave religion forever, you're supposed to be on a journey to discover what else is out there, the knowledge that you need to explore, to learn more, to see from a bigger and a higher perspective. So religion is literally leaving behind a boxed in perspective and literally broadening your perspective on everything. So it's literally awakening because you're going to see so much more than you saw. You're going to be open to more learning. Now, learning doesn't necessarily mean believing. Okay, because religion, that's belief. Learning, you can learn so much and still not believe a word that you read. about what other people think, because maybe that's an opinion, maybe that's a myth, maybe that's a story, maybe that's a metaphor in that book. You're going to start to learn to differentiate everything and not try to believe in everything. That's religion. Religion makes you believe. Knowing, learning, and being knowledgeable and on a spiritual journey is you learning and seeing things from different perspectives and not judging everybody based on a certain belief. So leave beliefs behind and just go on a journey to learn more and see more and understand more and see from different perspectives. That's what it is. Religion is belief. Don't believe everything you read. Just consume it, consider it, learn it. You don't necessarily have to believe in anything. That's it. Mm-hmm. When you don't believe in anything, a lot of stuff doesn't have power over you. And it's not about like you don't believe in anything. It's just you're not going to believe in only one perspective. You know what I mean? You're not going to only believe one thing. You're going to pick and choose what you feel is necessary at the time, or what makes the most sense or what's more comforting to you. It's not just one way. You used to be Muslim and not anymore because of you. You opened my eyes. Everything is made for the man's benefit. You feel free. You said it was a cult. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you feel free. Sprinkle. I'm free of all religion. Mm-hmm. Religion was just created to control, and I don't think I want to be controlled by religion. Mm-hmm. You learn that you're no longer out. What you've learned, the longer you're out of religion, it's more revealed. The more I could relate to what Ashira's talks about. Yeah. The sad thing is you're not given a choice. Your parents just force it down your throat, and you're not even given a choice. I think all people should be given a choice as to what they choose to learn and believe spiritually. Because then it's called brainwashing if you're not given a choice, right? You're committing one sin a day to get over the fear. Girl, y'all are silly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you. You was watching videos of pastor asking for money, and it was the funniest thing I ever, because people are actually paying them. I'm gonna try that. Girl, they know they can get their money. Tithes and offerings. Why not? Most of those people that are in those churches and everything, they're corrupt anyway. Just they are for the money too. How often do we put protection spell on it one time, hit it and quit it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. One time. If you keep doing it, you don't believe it. Once is enough. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would you keep doing something over and over and over and over and over if you believe that you are protected? Do it one time. All right. You can make your own spells. You can look at what other people are doing and take what they got if it looks good to you. It's all about how you feel and how you're vibrating and how much you believe in yourself. That's what really matters. Everything else is just a recipe and a list of ingredients. Now, the ingredients that you use if you do spell work, they have certain frequencies that can raise the frequency, okay? And vibrate on a certain level and are symbolic of certain things. So when you look at them, when you feel them, when you touch them, you smell them, you raise your frequency to whatever it is you're doing a spell for, okay? You're spiritually and mentally abundant, but it hasn't shown up materially. Where is the money at, girl? You're probably just using the wrong words and you don't have the belief. And you got to get around some money to find some money, girl. You got to get to the rich side of town. You got to get around rich people too. All right. You can't, look, think about this. If you're vibrating, you know, abundance, 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 and you around broke, 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 what you think that's going to do? Get around some money, girl. Get to the rich side of town. Go over there every day. Walk, talk, and dress for the life you want, darling. How to use the right words, the correct words in any type of abundance or manifestation like money spell is steadily, write this down, steadily increasing income that is more than enough and continues to grow financially with several streams. And then you have to go away for those streams to happen, whether it's opening a business, whether it's advertising, whether it's networking or having an opportunity. But you need to make sure that you're speaking in currency, not stagnation. See, money is currency. It is an energy that flows continuously. If you're just asking for a set amount, money, period, in general, that is stagnation. Steadily increasing of financial abundance. That's movement. They'll be asking for a little certain amount or money in general, and you find a penny and you don't even realize that was your spell. Oh, I'm manifesting abundance and money. Okay, you found 2 pennies. There you go. Very limiting. You need to manifest continuous flow of currency, increasing steadily financial abundance. Y'all money spells probably already worked and you found 2 pennies sweeping. But what I'm telling you is you need to speak with currency. Money is an object. Currency is an energy. The flow of the money is the currency. Do you understand? You're manifesting coins on the floor while you sweep 2 pennies. You're not manifesting abundance, flowing of currency, financial abundance, or that's what you need to start manifesting. You need to start speaking the correct way. Okay? But y'all be talking wrong. Y'all talk wrong. Even just saying it, you feel so much better, right? When you do your spell work or you do your manifesting, even just saying the correct words already make it vibrate higher. To start practicing writing down what you're going to manifest until you get it right. So, and I would laugh because I know, like, on my journey of manifesting, it was a little bit of trial and error. I was like, oh, I want to manifest some money. I find 2 pennies on the floor. I pick it up. Okay, that was my money. Now, how can I make this better and more? Okay, I want to manifest more money. Then I find some dollars. Okay, now how do I make this keep coming in without me having to keep picking up change? Like a, you know? So it just gets better and better. You learn as you go. Steady financial increase with several streams, abundantly flowing and getting higher and higher continuously. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right. So do what you can. Cause like, okay, so and a lot of times when you manifest an unbelievable amount, your mind is going to have a hard time processing that because you don't even know how to keep it, where it's going to come from. You don't even have the people, you don't even know the people that you could get it. So when I say steadily increasing financial abundance every day more and more, that is manageable. That's manageable. Your mind can your mind can actually bring that to you. Your mind can process that. But when you ask it for stupid stuff that you can't maintain, your mind can't process that. That's why it doesn't work. Okay. You're literally speaking to your subconscious mind. Your mind can't process you having a Ferrari and you ain't even got a job. Your mind can't process you having this much money when you don't even know how to, keep your bank account positive. You know what I mean? Your mind can't process the money on that level. So it can't attract it. Okay, so that's why I'm telling y'all need to use the correct words, because your mind can process certain words, your subconscious mind can process certain information and vibrate with it versus dumb, stupid information that it's not going to, be able to manifest because you don't have what it takes. You're not on that frequency. You know what I mean? Not on that frequency yet. Like, let's say you start manifesting like I told you to, and about maybe a couple of years from now, maybe I don't know how long, 5 years from now, maybe you'd be like closer to it. Maybe your mind will be closer to accepting it once you get to maybe like, 6 figures or a millionaire. Then your mind can process billionaire once you get to millionaire, correct? Or once you get to millionaire, your mind can process multimillionaire. So it's levels to it. Okay. So you got to get there first, and then your mind can process more. All right. Think about like the first computer. You can't say, "Oh, I want a MacBook Air," or "I want, an iPhone." The first computer was doing calculations. Okay, you got to take baby steps, baby. Your mind has to process. It has to understand it. It has to know what it is. Okay, it's learning as it goes. You told me last night, what? You told me last night, guy rushing me didn't like me, and I realized I had to free him and tell him I'm not. Okay, this is the wrong channel, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But thank you, ma'am. Yep, men don't like you that's trying to rush you into anything, okay? Because they're trying to rush you before you realize anything's wrong. What do you think about the new girl? I don't know about that. They've been asking that question since the old world. The new They've been asking that question since the old world, man. I don't really think about stuff that's already been asked a million, thousand, 100 times. Look, I'm focused on my money. I'm not thinking about them. I need to get my money up. I need to get my lifestyle. I need to have fun. I need to do the things that I love to do. I don't need to think about them. What's thinking about them going to do for me? Nothing. I'm not wasting my energy thinking about people that's not relevant. Mm-hmm. Was I Christian before? Girl, I never believed in none of that stuff. Ever. You know, I was born when I came into my consciousness as a child, when I started, being able to talk and walk and stuff like that, I never believed in any of that stuff. I always thought everything was BS that, they were talking about. Because it literally was. It was mostly metaphor. When you're taught something is 100% fact and truth, and it's literally just metaphor or teachings from ancient texts that was meant to be parables and lessons and life and stuff like that, to a mind that is, I don't know, maybe I was just born smart. I don't know. I just couldn't digest it. You know what I mean? It didn't make sense to me. So I never was like, oh, I believe that. I was like side-eyeing it, all of it, all the time, the entire time. And like when I became like, I would say like in the fifth grade, I started studying the occult because that other stuff wasn't doing nothing. Okay. It was like, okay, whatever you say, y'all really believe this stuff? I thought everybody was really stupid. Thus, my arrogance and confidence from a young age. I just thought everybody was really stupid because I started reading spiritual books, occult books, alchemy books in the 5th grade. So I was literally smarter than a lot of people around me. And so I was thinking everybody was just stupid. What can I do? What can I say? It didn't make sense to you. That's why I went and found something that actually made some sense. I ask adults, like when you're a child and you ask adults, your parents or whoever, and they can't even explain it, or they say, well, don't ask questions. I'm like, I'm finna ask questions. If you ain't got the answers, just say you ain't got the answers. I'll go find them myself. Goodbye. And I did. So never really was any type of religion. Never really believed in it. Just was there, because my parents said, oh, you got to go with us. And I was like, whatever. I learned how to decode the religion later on because I did absorb some of it and learn things. And I found it later on in ancient texts before religion. There are such religions were created. So, never really was into it. Never. What about manifesting specific things? I don't manifest specific things. I manifest things and then I choose what I want from the abundance that is in my face. That's how you do it. Y'all doing backwards. So if you're trying to get a promotion, you need to manifest more money. You need to manifest extreme increase of financial. Okay. Don't be specific because that's only one way. What if you get more money and you don't even need a job? You're limiting yourself. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, why put limits when you can just go all out? What if you don't even need to work no while? What if you started your own business and got way more money than you could ever make on a dumb promotion? So I would never limit myself. I would say I want an extreme increase of financial abundance that continuously starts to flow in my life. And whatever comes through, that's what's coming through. And you can also put in there, as long as it keeps me safe and the ones that I love and whatever. But honestly, I'm not putting myself in no little box. What if you could have manifested something way bigger than that? So some people are out here manifesting jobs. Some people are out here manifesting promotions. Some people are out here manifesting big, extreme, increases in financial income. So whatever you're trying to manifest at the moment, don't put yourself in a box. Make it broad. And it may come through your promotion. It may come through. It may come through another source. It may come through a bigger job offering. You never know. Don't limit yourself. And if it should come through with the promotion, great, wonderful. But never be super specific when it comes to abundance. Okay? Because that's putting limits on something so big. How do you know if you're not living for your potential? Girl, just get up every day and do your best and put in work on yourself. Invest in yourself. Then that's when you will be living up to your potential. If you get up every day and do it. I never manifest a specific number of nothing because that's limits. What if I'm supposed to get more? Then I'm cheating myself. Okay? Yeah, y'all get my book, y'all. Sprinkle. Y'all really want to know some good techniques and all the science behind it. There's spells in here. There's science. There's quantum physics. There's scenarios. And the book reads exactly how I speak. So you don't have to worry about having a large vocabulary. Links in the description. And it's also at the top of the live comments. And I'm linking it again. It's on Amazon. It's my best-selling book of all time. Thank you. Did you live intentionally when you got older? I lived intentionally when I was young. Yes, ma'am. Everything I did was intentional. I live intentionally because I don't like everything I do is intentional. So I live intentionally. Okay. If you are choosing to live intentionally when you get older, it's I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but a lot of times women literally, when they have kids, when they have a family, they put everybody first themselves, and then they start to live intentionally because they was like, okay, well, I did everything for everybody else. Now let's do something for me. I was doing stuff for me, period. I never lost myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Never lose yourself. You will always live intentionally. If you lost yourself, then yes, you need to start living intentionally. Get yourself back. All the books that I recommend are in the second link of the description bar. It's like my Amazon book list and spiritual items list. Well, I'm so glad the new generations are awakening. So happy for everybody looking into new things, and I see a lot of people on TikTok, Instagram, just teaching and researching and decoding and stuff, and it makes me happy because now more people can do it, and more people can see things that they couldn't see before. It's easier. I think a lot of people are definitely looking past religion and seeing more into you know, knowledge and things like that. So I think that's good. They called you selfish. Okay. And so what's that supposed to do? Make you change your mind? uh, of course I'm selfish. Or say, I'm just preserving self. That's what self means. Selfish. Doing things for self because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you, are they? You wait around other people to do stuff for you, you ain't gonna be done. Who else is gonna take you to the spa if you don't take yourself? You think your man is gonna walk up to you and say, hey, let me wash all those dishes and do all the housework, and here's my card, go to the spa. You better do it for yourself. You could have studied magic a long time ago because you could have or you couldn't have because you was already asking questions. But okay, but it was a big taboo and fear behind magic, and it's okay. Well, anything that puts fear into you that makes sense, that's what you walk towards faster. If somebody says don't do something, if someone says don't read that, don't learn that, da 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 da, guess what? I'm gonna see what it's about. I don't have to believe it, but I can read it. You know what I'm saying? So in religion, y'all are so bent on on belief that anything you read, anything you research, you start to automatically believe it. No. What if you're researching something that you don't believe at all and it's just research? What if it's just learning? You can separate knowledge from belief. So how can it be taboo if you're just researching it and learning it? You see, that doesn't make sense. Because they're afraid if you learn something that their teachings and their fear and their belief system is going to crumble because you know too much. You don't necessarily have to believe anything. You just need to learn. Yeah. Stuff that people research and believe, stuff that people research and learn about, they don't necessarily believe. They just know it. Thank you for keeping me on kelp sea moss and spirulina slow transition to vegan food. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Yeah. They no longer have control over you and they can't scare you. They can't manipulate you. They can't tell you nothing if religion doesn't work on you anymore because you don't believe everything. So, for example, if you study Greek mythology, are people afraid you're going to start believing in Greek mythology? Are they scared about that? Once upon a time, it used to be a belief. Now it's not. Now it's just mythology. You said, what was the most powerful, moneyest spell you cast? Just the most powerful one? Several streams of income, consistent, continuously flow of financial increase and abundance. Use those words. Whatever spell you do, just use them words. That'll bring it in and keep it coming in. Don't name a specific amount unless you want a limit. When you name a specific amount, it's like pulling the lever on the slot machine. If those numbers don't come, your money don't come. You understand? Because you're putting a limit. What if you manifested $2,000 and a check was coming to you for $3,000? Now what? It's not going to come? No. Stop putting numbers on it. Learning the occult changed everything for me, but I'm navigating what's left of the Catholic guilt fear when engaging with entities. I'm taking my time with my craft, but I feel ready. Any advice? Girl, Catholic is just witchcraft disguised as Christianity. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why did you start posting videos? Why did you start posting videos? Thankful we all found you. Because I felt like it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I believe in gambling? I don't believe in I don't have a belief system around gambling. If you do it for fun, like don't get addicted, don't get caught up, The only time I've ever gambled is like $20. I pocket the rest. People give me money to go gamble. I say, oh, I lost it, baby. And I lost it right in my pocket. I'll gamble $20 and come back, say I lost it all, but most of it's in my pocket, darling. Okay. Do I enjoy it? I enjoy taking their money and pretending like I lost it. All right. Right? You said, how do you work with magic without attracting a demon? Girl. What type of magic are you over there practicing? I'm talking about manifesting, getting my money up. What you talking about? What you mean attracting demons? Demons are all around you. Go look outside. You see them dusties on the corner? That's a demon right there, a dust demon. Okay. Anything that gets you to your lower self. That's what a demon is. Anything that gets you to lower your standards, baby. Demon. Basically. All them dusties you be talking to, I'm not sure. I'm not saying you're talking to a dusty, but them dusties are demons, girl. Anybody that try to lower your standards and get you to come down to their level, that's a demon. So stay away from dust. And that's on Sprinkle Sprinkle. We love you. Sprinkle Sprinkle. That's right. Anything that tries to make you do bad things out of character, that's not good. Okay. So if it's not benefiting you, if it's not raising your frequency, don't do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Simple as that. You said energy draining demons. Yeah, don't be around non-beneficial things, situations, or environments. And you won't be attracting no demons, baby, because that's where they stay. All right. Mm, all right, all right. So that's on sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you think science has to do about this, girl? Frequency. Everything is frequency. Study quantum physics. They try. What? Do I still use a manifesting journal? I sure do. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I have to take a little quick break. Be right back. All right, y'all. I'm back. Sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Guess what I got? I got some oracle cards. And I got some. What are these? Tarot. Yeah, I got these. I still have these here. Most of my other tarot cards are at the house, and my oracle cards are at the house. I still have a few here. But yeah, I like doing oracle. I like doing tarot for myself, oracle for myself. I don't do it for people no more because they stupid and they don't listen. So I like doing them for myself or for like a little situation that I want to have more clarity on. And so a lot of times you can also use the tarot cards in your money spells or your manifestation to also symbolize abundance. So you find like the pentacle or the coins, the big money cards, and you can use those. Anything with a coin or a pentacle on it, you can use those when you manifest. King of coins, king of pentacles, queen. Okay. I like this one. Well, hold on. Anything with the coins on it, okay? And you just find the one that you need for yourself, the one that makes the most sense. And you can throw that in there, okay? Stop. King of Pentacles. That's a sugar daddy right there. Trying to manifest a sugar daddy. Find your King of Pentacles. There you go. Don't get the page, girl. It's too young. Too young. Am I planning to travel? Girl, I already came back from a trip. I'm moving this summer. And then maybe towards the end of summer, I don't know. It's going to be hurricane season. I don't think I'll be able to travel then. I don't usually travel during hurricane season, but if we still have some time left, we might take something local, but we already traveled this year out of country already. Now we got to transition from the new to the new house, get everything in order, because the school year starts and they got to be ready for school when school starts back. So we can't really dilly-dallying around. Okay. Hmm? What do I think about the UFO files? Funny, hilarious. None of that stuff is new if you watch Ancient Aliens. It's like watching Ancient Aliens, except they don't explain it as much. They don't give the background history and they don't break it down, or I'll be mad. Like it just made me want to watch Ancient Aliens. All right. It just makes me want to watch Ancient Aliens, literally, because that's all it is. The same thing. If you watch Ancient Aliens, you'll be like, what? That's it? You know more. If you watch Ancient Aliens, you'll learn way more. That was my show. Still my show. And I love Ancient Aliens because they be putting code, symbolism into what they're really trying to say. Like they'll put the pictures up on the screen as to really what they're trying to allude to, even though their words may say something different because they can't say it, but they can show you. Just go watch Ancient Aliens. And I say watch, I mean watch. Watch for the symbolism in the pictures that they're flashing. Look deeper. Don't just listen to what they're saying. Look at what they're showing you on the screen, what they can't say. Read between the lines. Read between the lines and look at the symbolism that they're showing you. Sometimes they'll say a little bit here and they'll say a little bit there, but they can't say everything. So they got to show you in the pictures and the symbolism. Okay? You just go watch it and find out. You'll see. It'll make sense. Okay. They do want you to wake up, but you can't wake up if you're dumb. Oh, let me repeat that. They don't want idiots waking up. You can't wake up anyway, like if you don't have all the information. People that have little information are dangerous. That's what they say. So they can't just tell you everything and then you just run with it without doing the research or learning it or absorbing it and sitting with it for a while, understanding it and letting it sink into your subconscious mind for it to make sense and for you to see things, like, the metaphor, the symbolism and all that kind of stuff. It's a process. It's not here's the information. Now you're woke. That's not how it works. So they can't just give it to you. It's a process. They're going to give it to you a little bit at a time. They're going to show you pictures here and there. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So you can figure it out and awaken, because they can't just tell you. You won't believe it if they did. Have I watched Majestic Above? Do you believe it? What is that, a documentary? I have not watched that, darling. Not yet. Is it on? Where is it at? Where is it streaming, darling? Have not watched it yet. How do I feel about what? David Wilcock? Yeah, I used to like him on Ancient Aliens. He reminded me of an alien hybrid. He always used to insinuate that he was an alien hybrid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You like Ancient Aliens too? I got to watch it. Okay, what's the name of it again? The Majestic Above. Is it a movie or a documentary? Oh, I have a pen back here. Yeah, write that down. All right, I'm gonna check it out. I'll find it online somewhere. You said, how do you know you're leveling up to another frequency? You're just gonna know more, and your money's also gonna increase. You're going to see things in new ways and more ways to do things. You're going to vibrate higher. New people are going to come to your life. Old people are going to leave. That's how you know. It's like when you move up to the next level. There's like a mosquito in here, y'all. It's like when you move up to the next level when you are in grade school. Sometimes friends move away. You get into a new classroom. There's new people. You got a new teacher. You got some new outfits, your new school clothes. It's like leveling up like that. Things are going to change around you because your frequency changed, so your world changes. Okay. When your frequencies change, your worlds change. Different people. Some people stay, some people go. New people come in. New opportunities, new knowledge, this, new that. More abundance. You say, why do you think we are awakening on a collective level now? Because we have the internet. And more people are connected. More people can see where there's lies and boundaries and boxes, and they can see past all that now. So they don't believe what people tell them anymore. They go and figure it out themselves because they have the tools to do so. You feel like you're in a space, more boundaries too? What? What if your money increased for months and then something happened and it's you haven't been creating more streams? Make more streams. That's what you're supposed to do. Be fruitful and multiply your money. I don't think they was talking about no kids. They talking about get some money. Whenever you're abundance, your frequency is supposed to get higher. You're supposed to figure out more ways to attract abundance with the abundance you got, with the new knowledge you got. Okay. So you're supposed to be creating. You can't get comfortable. You can't sit still. All right. Think about this. All the multimillionaires and billionaires, they didn't stay comfortable at 1 million. Make more streams. You want to move to another state and start a new life, but funds are low and so is credit score. Is there a way to quantum leap into new frequency? Yes, make more streams of income. If you can't make it there, you can't make it anywhere. All right. So let me tell you, they have the internet. There's this thing called the internet, and you can make money on it. Get online, do something online, get your money up. Sprinkle. There's a billion ways to make money now. All right. You what? I remember when I first started reading cards, I would only charge $5 a reading back in the old days. In the early 2000s, what I would charge to read tarot. $5 here. Then I increased my price to 10 when I got good, baby. Then to 20. Then to 40. Before you know it, I was charging $100 for reading. Then $150. Sprinkle. Start somewhere. You said what? You've been seeing what? Repeating numbers, girl. You got the spiritual psychosis numerology osis. Sprinkle. Okay, that only means that you're aware of things symbolically now. They're sticking out to you because you're looking for them now, man. I see them all the time. They don't really mean anything to me anymore. But when I was awakening and I started seeing numbers, it just means your awareness is increasing. That's all it means. If you want to go research what the numbers mean, great. If it gives you comfort, fine. But it just means your awareness is increasing and that you're noticing things that you probably didn't notice before. Okay. And remember, don't fall too deep into just these numbers because you're going to sound like a lunatic walking around. I saw this number. I saw that number. Okay, flaky. You're just being more aware. Just like when you see a car that you really like. Oh, that's my dream car. You start seeing it everywhere. It's the same thing. You're just attracting it because you're awakening and looking for signs and symbols and awareness. And you're becoming more aware of certain things. But don't get sucked up into it. It's not that serious, darling. Okay, look for some money instead. Let me tell you. Instead of looking for numbers, look for dollars. Look for money. Look for abundance. Look for several streams of income. That's what you need, baby. Okay, y'all over here looking for signs and symbols when y'all need to be looking for dollar signs and frequency and currency. Okay. The same way y'all be looking for them numbers, the same way y'all be looking at symbols, look at money. Just like Rihanna said, money on my mind, money on my mind. Poet up. Watch it fall out from the sky. That's my manifested money song right there. All right. Still got my money. So it's like that. Instead of seeing signs, you're seeing dollar signs everywhere. Okay. All you see is numbers and signs everywhere. You need to start seeing dollars everywhere, darling. Switch it up. That's how you change your frequency and get your money up. Stop looking for stuff that don't pay you. Look for streams of income. Look for opportunities. Look for ways to have more streams of income instead of looking for numbers, ma'am. Okay, so that frequency is there for you. That awareness is there for you. Put it in a direction that's going to benefit you. Real question, I do not want to be a baby mama and have always wanted to be a wife, but a huge star wants to take care of me if I have his child. All men cheat anyway, so should I just become a paid baby mama? A huge star wants you to have his baby, but he don't want to marry you. All right. Well, you can still get married later on. Sprinkle. Had a baby. Get your money up. Then go get married somewhere else. You really want to be married? Girl, he ain't the last one. He ain't the first one. Ain't gonna be the last one. But he can be your in-between to get your money up. Sprinkle. You could still walk down the aisle in a wedding dress someday. Maybe not with him. Maybe the next one. You never know. He could introduce you to your future husband. Just never know. Okay. You don't have to give up being a wife. You can be a wife later on. That's what you want. All right. You said Michael Jackson said he had billions before he passed. I'm sure he did. Mm-hmm. You said it sounds like a Lifetime movie. Where to watch Ancient Aliens? Girl, I don't know. Is it on Netflix? Prime? Disney? I don't know. It's on streaming. Sometimes they play it on the Travel Channel. Yeah, sometimes they play it on the Travel Channel and they're just going back to back sometimes. If you can catch them. And sometimes they have them on YouTube. Some episodes are on YouTube. What's the most recent book I've read? I read like 3 books at a time. I don't have it. It's at my new house. I think Mastery. Mastery by Robert Greene. That was the last book that I put down. I was reading another book too about I don't know, I read a lot of psychology books too. Magical books, occult books. alchemy books. I'm just reading. But I do have a book list. It's the second link in the description bar of all the books that I've read or suggest reading or spiritual items. It's like on my Amazon storefront. You say, who's the more powerful occultist? Beyonce or Rihanna? I think they're both pretty good. Only because they all got what they wanted. I feel like being conscious and aware of your rituals and your magic and doing everything on purpose is an art form. But when you have it naturally, it flows in abundance and it's like aura and your frequency. So I think they're both very good. One is just more natural at it. The other one is just more, you know, symbolic. What? Mhm. Any series I enjoyed? A lot of series. You're what? You're out here on deployment making extra money doing the girls' nails and brows? All energy received automatically transmuted to be beneficial energy and money. All right, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Sure, it's best to read your affirmations off a paper before bed in your mind. If that's what you got to do, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I write in a manifestation journal instead because that's putting action. And you can read it out loud if you want, what you're manifesting. Okay. Thank y'all. I'm trying to read these comments. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Um, if you incorporate your spell work, your manifestation, or your spirituality into everything you do, it's going to be automatically in everything. Mm-hmm. Just put everything, whatever you want. There's nothing specific. Broaden it and then narrow it down when the abundance shows up. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like putting out an ad saying, "Oh, that you're hiring," and then a bunch of candidates come and you interview them all, and then you choose the best one. That's how you need to manifest. Don't manifest a specific person. See how silly that is? You manifest more and then you narrow it down to the best one. Tips on staying grounded if not on land. What you girl? You on a boat or something, girl? Where you at? On a plane? Hmm. Symbols that keep you grounded, anything like crystals, anything that's of the earth, symbolic of the earth, will keep you grounded. Or very shallow things. keyword shallow, you know? So shallow is closer to the ground in the ocean, right? So do shallow things. Go shopping. Be materialistic. Have fun. Do something shallow. That's very close to grounding. If you have channels. You said you in the Navy, child. Go ahead, be the gold digger to ship then. Shoot, find some gold. That's very shallow and very grounding because you know where the gold is in the ground. Do something shallow. That's all. Focus on something more shallow. That will ground you. Opinions on who? Baby, who? Dolores Cannon, love her teachings. Okay, I think I've seen a few of her videos on YouTube a couple of times, but yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Have you ever had to transform a scarcity mindset? How? I always knew how to multiply. I can turn $2 into $20 in one day as a sixth grader. Okay. You got to grow your abundance. That's it. So I never had scarcity mindset. When my mom gave me lunch money, I turned it into $20 almost every day. $2 turn it to $20 every time I go to school. I'll be making money. Why? Because I don't have a scarcity mindset. I have a multiplying mindset. I have a solution-oriented mindset. I don't think about scarcity. I think about abundance. That's the difference. I don't think about scarcity. I think about abundance because I think about things that I actually want, and that's why they come, because I'm attracting them because I'm thinking about them. Simple. Any glamour magic tips? Yes, get up every day and do your makeup, do your hair, and look good every day. Every day. The more you do it, the more you're going to vibrate on that frequency, and the more natural it's going to occur. Okay. Where can you watch Ancient Aliens? Girl, they got this thing called Google. You can look it up. Let me see. I'll do it for you. Y'all got computers in your hand. Where to watch Ancient Aliens? I'm even doing it old school and typing it in for you. Disney, Hulu, or History Channel. Girl, they put the Ancient Aliens on History Channel. That means it's history for real. Okay. Do I believe in birth chart and compatibility chart and all that? Nope. Very limiting. It can't. You said even if you don't leave your house makeup every day? No, but look good every day. Put on some cute loungewear. Do your skincare. Have a cute robe, a cute pajama set, something. Make sure your skin is glowing. Make sure your teeth are brushed. Take care of yourself either way. Even if you don't leave the house, still look good. You can look good with no makeup on it at your house. Right? Put in work still. When I don't leave my house, I use it as a self-care day. I do a facial mask, or I'll moisturize really good. Take a bubble bath, pamper yourself, stuff like that. You don't have to leave in order to practice self-care and beauty and glamour magic. Mm-hmm. Yep. When you're at home, you're still supposed to look good for yourself if you're working on glamour magic. So think about it like that. Anything to put in front of your house, put it in your house to ward off negative energy and spirits. My house is clean. Hmm, let's see. I put a black cat. I have this thing. My brother bought me like a big metal filigree, like yard thing that you can like put in the dirt or in the grass, and it's like a black cat sitting. You have that vast energy. Someone said cactus is good. Oh, you mean as far as plants and stuff? Someone said a cactus. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. You said purchase beautifying robes that complement your house, garments, and slippers. Yes. Is upcoming blue moon a good time for glam magic? I guess. Anytime is time. Anytime is good for glam magic, darling. Doesn't matter. Every day is good for it. What part of life right now is still what lead, and what are you doing to turn it into gold? Or what part of my life right now is still lead? And girl, none of it's lead. It's all gold. I'm a gold digger. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, the spiritual aspect of being a gold digger is that life is gold. It's golden. It's no longer lead. We've already transmuted all of that. It's a way of thinking. Okay. So if you still think in lead or in scarcity or in lack or in low vibration, that's what it's going to be. I think positive, abundance. I think solutions. So it's all gold, baby. Y'all got to get in the mindset. That's the mindset. I know it's easier said than done, but if you do it every day, if you correct yourself every day from thinking negative and start to think more positive and abundant and all that, it's going to just happen. You can say gold digger as an alchemist. They sure are. That's why a lot of rich men like gold diggers. It's a frequency of abundance. And women naturally vibrate high when they are about their money. Period. Mm-hmm. Thank you. You said what? The Murder of Reality book? Ordered it. Why is it $200? Girl. Um, if you're not well versed in, you're not going to understand that book unless you are a longtime student of the occult. That's all I'm going to tell you. So hopefully you are, because you will not understand that book if you are not a long time student of the occult. That book is not written for the beginner. Okay. I have a signed copy of that book by the author who wrote it. And he wrote me a little note in it as well. So that book is to rearrange your reality. And I think it's only for high functioning occultists, honestly. You said you got to read it again. If you are not, it's very, very, very symbolic and very coded as to what it's saying. You're not going to understand it. I mean, I probably don't even understand it to the deepest level, maybe on some level, because there's levels to it. So, and I'm not talking about memorization either. I'm not talking about knowing things or memorizing things. It's literally like, I remember one time I showed a copy of the book, that actual book, on my Instagram stories, or yeah. And someone commented like, "Oh no, that book is crazy. Oh my gosh, don't read that." Da, 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 da. And they were literally like, "No, don't read that. That's da, 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 da," you know. But I read it anyway. It's for people that study symbolism, ancient civilizations, um, decoding, um, religion. It's like all of it combined, and it's kind of like the missing keys to a lot of stuff. So I think you read that book, keep it around and reread it as often as you can. The more you learn, because it's not for the beginner. Hmm. The Murder of Reality, yeah, Murder of Reality by Pierre. What was his last name? And I have the other book too. He had another book too that I also have. But like I said, that's for the student, the scholar. Pierre Salback. Okay, yeah. I love that book. I would read that book every day when I was in line to pick up my daughters from school. And I literally have to go in line an hour early just to get in line because, the car pickup line is long. So I would sit there and read and take notes. I have notebooks filled with my notes and everything that I was writing down while I was reading that book. Okay. Because when you read it, things are going to come to your mind that are going to like just say, oh, like it's going to make sense. You're going to get epiphany moments in that book. Things are going to make sense that, you might have always, wondered about or questioned. It's going to kind of start to reveal itself. And then like when you look at the world, you're going to see it different. That's what happened when I read the book. It's very interesting, and it opens up a lot of information that's decoded and hidden. And if you don't know how to decode, you're not going to see what they're trying to say. That's all. All right. And sometimes it can literally untap or unlock subliminal things or memories that you might have suppressed as well. So I'm just letting y'all know. You said it's a used copy is $2.99 on Amazon. I'm glad I got mine for cheap. I got mine a long time ago. Years and years ago. Right around 2020. Hmm? Thank you. I appreciate that. You said it's bad. It wasn't bad for me. I learned a lot. How do you improve your decoding skills? By studying symbolism, studying history, studying ancient civilizations, watching Ancient Aliens, reading about the past civilizations, um, symbolism, looking at the old pictures. Everything is not what you think it is. Most drawings that you see of like these ancient gods and goddesses, they're symbols. Look at the symbols on the paintings, look at the symbols in the carvings. Okay. Everything is symbolic. And it's kind of like emojis back in the old days. Okay. Just think of it like that. You know how y'all write in emojis on like social media, and you can write a whole sentence in emojis, or you can make a whole piece of art with just emojis and you can know exactly what it means. It's sort of like that. So if you understand symbolism and you can decode the symbols, like let's say if you see a carving of a hybrid looking creature that's half animal, half man, half this, half that. You gotta break down the symbolism of each animal and where they are positioned on the body to understand what it's saying. So if something has talon claws, what does that mean? If something has, you know, a larger eye, if something has wings, if something is big and giant, what does that mean? What would that mean to you? If you see a god or some type of hybrid animal thingy that's like in a carving or something, you're gonna say, oh, that was a hybrid, and you're gonna go into, oh, they made hybrid creatures. No, that's not even what it is. When you're saying something is large or giant, when you're saying something has wings, when you're saying something has talons, when you're saying something is grandiose, you're saying something is high, big, mighty. It's a frequency, a, a big frequency. Okay. And the talons and the wings means it's a high frequency. And that it's a perspective that can see above all other perspectives, a higher frequency, a higher being, a god, sort of like a higher perspective, a higher vibration of seeing things, a less limited view, a higher view, okay, a higher mind. So whenever you start to see symbolism, you're not going to be like, oh, that's an experiment, a scientific experiment. No, you got to look deeper into certain things, because that's what it's saying. It's like, so so it would not get lost in translation. That's how they had to depict things so that you knew what it was. They never thought that you were going to go and talk about some hybrid experiment animal stuff like that. They said, okay, well, how can we convey to people in the future that this is a high frequency and a higher mind and a higher being? Put wings on it. Give it talons to make sure that that it's like, predatory, high up like a hawk. Make it big so people understand it's a big, large frequency. Let's make that, So that's how they conveyed information, was through symbols, so that it would not get lost in translation. Because when people try to translate words, it messes it up. You can't translate words, because people in different languages, words, they don't have words for this, or they have a word for that, or the word means something else in that language, or they find a similar word, but it's not the actual meaning, and the symbolism gets lost. So that's why they have to use symbolism in certain, artwork, carvings, da da da. So if you look at even the icons, like the Catholic saints, the what you call it? Yeah, the Catholic saints, the Mother Mary and all, they have symbolism in all things. Look, I'll show you, because I have some matches here. Okay, so you see the bottom? You see that angel with wings and the little thing? That's a frequency. You see the light emanating? That's a frequency. You see the robe on her that looks like the stars, like the universe, cloaked, the mother. Okay, it's a frequency. It's the mother frequency. And then you look on the back, like the hand symbols are different. So when the hand symbols are together, her eyes are closed. When her hands are open and doing her work, her eyes are open. See? So, and the robe is turned inside out on this side. It's darker and light on the inside. When you turn it over here, it's light on the outside, dark on the inside. Everything is symbolic. That's why I say, if y'all are Catholic, that's just witchcraft disguised as Christianity. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all in New Orleans, everybody that lives in Louisiana, they already know that. People in Texas know that too. Especially the people that migrated from Louisiana to Texas. They already know all that stuff. This is witchcraft, occultism, symbolism. Nothing is new. They have ancient goddesses that are older than Christianity with the same symbols. Okay? They have ancient goddesses and deities older than Christianity using the same exact symbols before all of that was even created. Okay. So we already know that. Yep. Where do you think life comes from, darling? That frequency is within and without us. As above, so below, as within, so without. The frequency is within. The egg is in the chicken, baby. You ain't got to figure out which one came first. The egg is in the chicken. You know that age-old question? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg is in the chicken, baby. It's a paradox. It is what it is. Hmm? How will you know? Okay, so if y'all are trying to get y'all's frequency up, if y'all want to be like mentally prepared to learn, to study, to see symbolism, to awaken for your brain to start functioning on a higher level, you definitely need to get my elixirs. They are on my Etsy store. Get phase one. Phase one of SHERA's golden elixir. That's going to get you out of your own way. It's going to get rid of that fear, any bad habits. It's going to get you out of your own way so you can start leveling up, y'all. Okay. Because some of y'all really just need a little helping hand, a little boost. I don't ship internationally. And make sure your address is correct before you click anything. Make sure you update your address because some of y'all don't be doing that and then your stuff gets sent elsewhere. So before you even order anything, before you put anything in your cart, update your address. Like get out, update it, get out, make sure it's updated. All right, here's the link. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can use the code GET10 if you order more than one. If you order phase 2 and phase 1 at the same time. If you use the code GET10, you can save $10 on your order. Okay? Now, you take one dropper a day. One dropper is like one squeeze. This much. You could take half of the dropper in the morning and the other half of the dropper in the afternoon. Don't take it at night because it gives you too much energy. Okay. There's nanoparticles of different natural minerals that your body no longer receives because we don't drink from streams. We don't drink from the earth anymore. We drink from pipes and chemicals. So the natural minerals and ingredients that are in the earth that naturally raise your frequency, such as nanoparticles of gold, platinum, silver, copper, and all that kind of stuff, that helps your brain neuron fire faster and help your frequency rise. It goes into your bloodstream, gets you going, opens up your consciousness to a higher level, which it was supposed to be open to in the first place. That's what these elixirs are going to do for you. Now, phase 2, the phase 2 elixir, that has a lot more platinum in it, which is going to increase your energy and your libido. So if you can channel your energy, your sexual energy into a project, into work, into starting a business, into working out, into improving yourself, into your beauty or whatever, definitely have a project where you are on phase 2 because you will have a lot of extra energy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Charla. Sprinkle, sprinkle for the super sticker. Okay, phase 3 opens up your mind to your intuition is increased. You're going to be able to see more. You're going to be able to clock people more. Okay, you're going to be able to clock. I see you. Nobody's going to be able to get nothing by you, man. It's going to give you a more discernment. They're all different phases. They all have different consistencies. They're going to taste a little bit different because they're all different alchemies. So they're not supposed to be exactly the same because of different phases. All right. Yes. So I'll link it again if y'all are interested. Definitely check it out. And the 1 ounce bottle is ideal. It will last you 1 month. I have also the half ounce bottles for those who can't afford the full ounce, and you can buy it twice a month if you want to, or just try it out. They normally don't come in half ounces, but I wanted to make it affordable for everyone. So I did do the half ounce bottles, but ideally you're supposed to do 1 full ounce and then move on to the next phase. Okay. And if you read the descriptions on each phase, they tell you. Just read the descriptions on the Etsy store. I also have a video somewhere. If you just type in, like, go to my channel page and go under my videos and type in, you know, elixirs, and some of the videos will come up that will explain everything. Okay. Too much to explain now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is there a promo code? No, there's no promo code to the book, baby, unless you got some Amazon points because it's on Amazon. All right. Unless you got some points on your credit card, you can use them on Amazon. That's what I do. I collect points on my credit card and then I let them roll over to Amazon, and then I just go shopping. Or I'll save. I have a couple of ones, a couple of cards, and I save a lot of points on one and I spend some on the other ones. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You said which one are good maintenance to stay on for long term? I have the Vita Elixirs separate from the phases. So there's gold, platinum, um, tin, copper. Those are the Vita Elixirs, and you can do those long term like supplements. But I suggest doing the phases first to awaken. You pay for your fuel with your points. Good for you. Them credit card points add up. Yes, I bought some patio furniture with mine. Sprinkle. All right. Ever since you started watching this channel and learning more about honoring the divine feminine goddesses and the quantum realm, I have been seeing one everywhere. Okay, good. Now start seeing money, 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 money everywhere instead. Okay, you're aware now. You're tapped in. Now look for money instead of numbers. Okay, look for abundance. Look for opportunities now. Okay, instead of looking for numbers and saying, "Oh, I see 111 everywhere." Say like Rihanna did. Say, "All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs." Now you're gonna start seeing money everywhere. People with money. Okay, that is like your key. That's how you know you're able to bring things in and to notice things and become more aware of them. So start, instead of looking at times and stupid things that don't matter, look at things that are beneficial for you. Okay. Instead of saying, "Oh, I see numbers everywhere," and I see dollars everywhere. I see opportunities everywhere. I see money everywhere. I see money making ideas everywhere. I see abundant people that are generous everywhere I go. I don't see 111 no more. I see dollar sign everywhere I go. People giving me money here, left and right. I see abundance. I see opportunities always coming my way. No longer see the numbers anymore. I see what I want to see, what I want to see coming in. Okay. Those numbers are your tools to show you, look, they're symbols. If you want to decode them, fine. But you can literally replace that frequency of how often you see those numbers with how often you see abundance, how often you see money, how often you see opportunity, how often you see whatever you're trying to see. And if you're not money focused, what it is that you're focused on, that's what you're going to start seeing. You dreamed your grandpa, who have never met before. I only seen her in pictures. Okay. She wore a white doctor coat, gave you certificate of medicine. She had her friend Chinese next to her smiling. How to decode it? Okay. Decode grandmother. What does it mean? That's a matriarch. Okay. Divine feminine energy. And I'm not going to interpret everybody's dreams. I'm showing you how to do it so y'all can go do it. Just interpret the symbols in the dream. The grandmother. That's one symbol. Decode that. Okay. Decode doctor coat or doctor. Okay. Decode the symbol of medicine, the caduceus or the caduceus, or however y'all pronounce it. Decode, you said Chinese friend, decode Asia. Or China. Decode the major things. That's all. Decode the symbolism in it. Then you'll get your answer. Don't worry about the filler stuff in between. Decode the symbols of the dream. That's how you find it. And don't ask me about no other dreams. I don't do dream decoding. Y'all can do that. Decode the symbols in the dream. That's how. All right. Feel free to decode it for her if you like, if y'all understand how to do it. What do you think about the biopic movie? I think it's nice. I think it's another form of awakening. I think it's a great way to bring in a higher frequency to the masses all at once. Okay. I think it's wonderful. A new awakening, a new beginning. That's how it starts off. Yeah, with him screaming, hee hee. Love it. I think it's more than a movie. I think it's an awakening, a mass awakening, because ever since that movie came out, like I said earlier in the video, everybody's been looking at Michael Jackson, listen to his lyrics, listen to his music. The music is highly vibrational. It's going viral. It's like on the charts again. And so I think they're just trying to raise people's frequency, and that's the best way to do it. Put out the MJ. All right. Put out the Michael. How do you feel about being mentioned on so many platforms? I don't know. I feel money. Yes. Why do they not want people to awaken? Like, why do they want more people to awaken? Because people are too stupid and it's getting annoying. Well, think about this. If you are an awakened person and you're around a bunch of idiots, you want them to awaken too, right? Helps you make better decisions and do things better for the future. Okay. That's why people getting too stupid. Y'all know that's the truth. Like every so often, there's a mass awakening. When the new generations get to a certain age, bam, an awakening event happens. Okay, it happened to each generation and continuously keeps going. So they got to wake y'all up because because like people are raised in different cultures, environments with religion, but the mass awakening is for everybody. All right. Ashura, should I be able to control myself in my dreams? I want to wake up in my dreams. I remember them, but I can't control them. You got to tell yourself you're going to be able to control them before you go to sleep. And you got to take control in your dream. Try something small first. Like, I'm going to wiggle my finger in your dream. Start off small with small things. Like, I'm going to walk over here. Yeah, sometimes y'all be trying to do too much. That's why. You got to start off with baby steps. If you can walk somewhere or you can move a finger in a dream, that's the start of lucid dreaming. Then you'll be able to do more. Start small. Because a lot of y'all be trying to do too much. Okay. How it feels to lucid dream is the exact moment on the Matrix when Neo held up his hand and stopped the bullets. That's what lucid dreaming feels like. So he started off small though. Remember. Then all of a sudden he was just like, I know who I am. His confidence set in. He believed in himself and he said, like, do you feel being awakened attract all types of people to you? No, because I keep my circle small, baby. I keep my circle small. The reason I keep my circle small is because if you are awakened and vibrating on a higher frequency and stuff like that, you're going to attract what you're vibrating. Okay. And so instead of attracting a bunch of people, I keep my circle small and attract a bunch of money instead. Okay. Sprinkle. Remember, this is like a lucid dream. You control it. Okay. You don't have to let people in. You ain't got to answer the door. You ain't got to answer the phone. You ain't got to answer a text. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. I think most people don't realize this. This is wisdom right here. Let me tell y'all. If someone knocks on your door, you don't have to answer it. If someone calls your phone, you don't have to pick up. If someone asks you a question, you don't have to answer it, nor do you have to tell the truth. Think about those things for a second. Some people are trained, automatically trained. When their doorbell ring, they walk to the door. Their phone ring, they pick it up. Are you trained, or do you do what you want? Do you do what you want to do? Think about it. That's how you start to lucid dream. You start to make free will choices of stuff that you're trained to do. Things that are automatic in real life, you stop doing them. This is how you train yourself. Stop being trained. You break free in life. You break free as above, so below, as within, so without. You break free in life, break free in your dreams. Stop doing stuff that you've been trained to do and reprogram yourself. I'm not trained to go to no door when the doorbell rings. If I don't feel like answering, I'm not going to answer. That's my free will. When you have free will in your dream, because you got free will in your real life, it's going to transfer over. When you go to sleep, you're vibrating on a free will. I do what I want. Listen. Stop answering the door every time the doorbell rings if you're not expecting company. Stop answering the phone every time it rings if you don't know who's on the other end. And even if you do, and if you don't feel like talking, don't even answer it. Stop automatically doing things. That's a program you must break. That's the matrix, is a program. Break the program. Do what you want. You're currently in beauty school and being around women all day. Something else, appreciate your words. I would say being around women all day is something else. Appreciate your words. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle. Well, good luck in beauty school. So, free will help you lucid dream and do better in life as well. Like, I'm not getting ready to do nothing I don't want to do unless I want to do it. Someone says blind obedience. Exactly. I used to get so mad at people when they just automatically get up like a dog. Like, sit your butt down. You don't know who that is. Are you expecting company? Then don't answer the door. Uh, if you were to use an affirmation to repeat or to tap into dark energy, what would it be? I do what I want. Free will. I do what I want. Main character energy. I do what I want. Confidence building is the key. Think about this. All the alchemists, all the powerful people, all the rich and abundant people that you get information from, what do they all have in common? They're all confident on the highest level. They believe that they're going to be able to do stuff and they go get it done. That's where the magic is. You got to believe. They make you try to believe in everything else besides yourself. Believe in this, believe in that, believe in this, believe in that, believe in this, believe in that. Ooh, superstition here, superstition there. Da, 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 da. They try to make you believe in everything else except the one thing you're supposed to really believe in, because that's the one that gets stuff done. Yo, have some confidence. Be a main character. They give you main characters in every religious story, but you can't be your own main character. This is your story. Okay, that's it. Main character energy. That's the one thing the religions have in common. There's a main character, and they're highly confident. Now, you don't have to be crazy with it. Some people take it to an extreme. Some people have a quiet confidence. Some people have a regal confidence. Some people have an ethereal confidence. People carry themselves different. They talk and walk different. They are a main character of their lives. All right. That's all. You got to believe in yourself. You're taught to believe and fear everything else. Believe in everything else. Be superstitious about everything else. It's a distraction from believing in yourself and having your confidence on the highest level in order to do what you need to do spiritually as well. Okay. Remember the saying, as above, so below, as within, so without. Okay. When you're confident in yourself as a human being, as a spiritual person, that's going to reflect in your material life as well. And vice versa. That's why whenever I say, like, whenever somebody who's like supposedly spiritual, if they don't have what they want in life, if they're not living their golden life, they're not an alchemist because they couldn't figure out how to transmute their lead into gold. If they're not living their best life by at least by a certain age, they haven't learned enough to even, that maybe they're just an example of what not to be, you know? Or maybe they're using it as a crutch to not grow any further. Maybe they're using it as a fear-mongering technique, and that's where they're stuck at. You know what I mean? So it's all about confidence. Now, you know how that, you know the saying, you are who you think you are? Well, you better think you are who you think you are. Okay. You said Ancient Aliens is also on Amazon Prime? Okay. I know I was watching it on one of those. Mhm. And for those of you who are looking for purpose, it's the same trick. Stop looking for purpose and create one. You, thank you, ma'am. Y'all really changed for the better. You really changed for the better? Okay. Minzy. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. So, yes. Create your own purpose. Don't sit around and waiting on something to land in your lap. Go create one. Create a purpose. Mm-hmm. You've been watching me for 10 years? Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Or 10 years ago? Yes. Stop looking for a purpose. That's the fool wandering around. The fool tarot card is the one looking for purpose. Go create one. What you looking for, girl? Go create it. Okay? Don't be on a fool's journey. You're a creator, create. All right? So, what do you want to do? Then go do it. What do you want your purpose to be? Then make that your purpose. You can have more than one purpose because you can create more than one thing to have a purpose or be a purpose for. So, you don't have just one purpose on this earth. Otherwise, once you finished it, you'd be gone and done. So you can have many purposes, darling. Just whatever you want to focus on as your main purpose, create that. Okay? Because a lot of y'all don't understand that. Y'all think everything is some type of code or secret to figure out. No, it's you have to figure out. You got to figure yourself out. What you want to do, what you want to create, what you want to do, and what you don't want to do. Okay? That you are the main character of your life. And that once you understand that, you can do whatever you want. Like, yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Okay? Once you figure that out, you can do whatever you want. You won't be second guessing yourself. What growing mindset? Thank you for the super sticker, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So y'all go create your own purpose and have fun. Have fun doing it. You've been watching for years. You've leveled up my life with manifestations, but for that past year, I've had no energy mentally. Any advice? Get on my elixirs. You need to get my elixirs. This will up your frequency and give you more energy. I'm going to link it right here. Start with phase 1, a SHERA's Golden Elixir. That will get you up and started, ma'am. This is like, will get you motivated to get up and do something. And it gives you energy. All right. It's all natural. Yeah. It is nanoparticles of minerals that help your brain neurons fire faster. There's gold, platinum, copper, and there's all different types of natural minerals in there. All those are conductors of electricity, which your brain and your muscles work on. So you will definitely get you some energy. Go ahead and get them. If y'all don't believe me, read the reviews on the Etsy store and read the description of what each one do or each one does. And you're only going to need to take one full dropper. It's going to come like this. You're going to need to take one full dropper a day. You take half a dropper in the morning and the other half of the dropper in the afternoon. Don't take it at night because it does give you energy. Okay. If you want to buy phase 1 and 2 at the same time, you're only going to take phase 1. It's going to take you about a month to get through phase 1, and then you start phase 2. But if you ordered both at the same time, use my code GET10, GET, and then number 10, and you will save $10 on the order. And make sure your address is correct before y'all get on Etsy and start putting stuff in your cart and ordering it. Make sure your addresses are correct. Make sure that apartment number is on there. Make sure I don't have to get a message from you talking about, oh, I had the wrong address. Nuh-uh. Do that first. because your order might be sent out and then it have to be sent back, and then you're going to have to pay for double shipping. So get that address fixed first on your Etsy store before you click on anything. All right. I got to say that because some of y'all just, I've done it too. Don't worry. Y'all ain't the only ones. I've done it. So I'm saying you don't want your packages roaming around because you forgot to put the address update. Okay. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wonderful. You say you just bought the Elixir Phase 1. Address is correct. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Lyra. You're gonna enjoy it. It also helps you dream more vividly as well. So if you're someone that can't dream or have trouble dreaming at night, this is also going to help you dream more. Okay. Thank you. Okay. You said 709 Jasmine Jordan. You said your husband and I love you. Oh, thank y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate y'all. You said, what shadow must a person confront to become powerful? The shadow of doubt. Stop doubting yourself. Make a purpose and do what you got to do. Every day, get up and pour into yourself. Every day, get up and make yourself a priority. Every day, get up and work towards what you are trying to do. Every day. Be consistent. Don't have any distractions. Don't let people tell you can't do. That's literally it. You got to stop caring what people think. That's another shadow. Caring about what people think. Once you stop caring about what people think, you do whatever you want. Most of the time, you don't do certain things because you're afraid what people think. And you could have been successful by now if you just had done what you wanted to do. Okay? If I was afraid of what people think, if I was afraid to get up here and do what I do on a daily basis, do you really think I would be where I'm at? No, I wouldn't. I'd still be doing nothing and being afraid. Do you believe in fluoride effects on our dreams? Yeah, I don't use no fluoride toothpaste, baby. I don't use that. I got fluoride free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. Whatever is in your way, transmute it into things that are beneficial to you. Okay. Whatever's in your way, whatever you think is blocking you, turn it into energy, turning it into fuel, transmute it into something that's going to benefit you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If it can't benefit you, we're not talking about it. We ain't thinking about it if it's not beneficial. We're not even wasting time on it. If you can't make money out of it, if you can't make gold out of it, it's useless. Throw it away. Refocus. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. Believe whatever it is that's in your way is constantly turning into positivity, abundance, and frequency. It's being literally transmuted. Mm-hmm. You can restart the elixir again. I've done the phases at least 3 times. After I finished, I just start over sometimes. I might take a little break in between, or then I start over. Yeah, you can. Oh, let me give y'all some about that book that I was talking about earlier, Murder of Reality. If you take my elixirs and read that book, you will definitely see a lot more. Because I was on my elixirs when I was reading that book, so it was very helpful. Okay. But if y'all are going to order that book, get the Phase 1 elixir as well and start it and read the book, and it's going to help you to understand it more. Or if you've already read the book and you just quite don't understand it, you know, on a deeper level yet, maybe the elixirs will also help you, because what it does, it helps you connect more dots or to see deeper into things, because like I said, the nanoparticles of the natural minerals that conduct electricity will, instead of connecting 2 dots, you're going to connect like 4 to 5 to 6 dots in your brain. So you're going to see more, be able to code deeper. Oh, hey, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yoshi vibes. Mhm. This is your second time starting at Elixirs? Okay, ma'am. Yeah, it's a perfect time because everybody's awakening right now. There's a lot of awakenings that are happening. So if you want to get on the Elixirs right now, um, perfect timing. Okay. And use my code GET10 if you're going to buy more than one. And make sure your address is correct before you put anything in your cart on Etsy. Because some of y'all be messing up. And y'all stuff get lost in the mail. Okay. So make sure that address is correct. I just keep saying that because I know somebody gonna click order and then oh my God, I forgot to change my, and then it's gonna be already gone by the time I get the information to contact the drop shipper. So you just correct that address. I just don't want you to be inconvenienced. Neither do I. You said those elixirs will have y'all up all night. So take them in the morning. Get up early, take them in the morning. Don't take it at night, girl. You good. You just finished phase 4 and was up for 36 hours. Girl, I organized my whole pantry when I was on, I think, phase 4. I organized my entire pantry with containers at one point. And my family did not, maintain that. And I was so upset and I never organized it again. But yeah, girl, I was like organizing stuff when I was on that. It helps you get your life in order, literally. If you're trying to level up as well, that's also going to help you because you're going to organize everything. You're going to organize how you do your routine, organize putting yourself as a priority, organize, whatever is a mess in your life. Hey, I wrote all my books on my elixirs. All these books over here. Elixirs. Yeah, new ideas, higher frequencies, good money making ideas. Like just get on them elixirs, girls. You're gonna start to see life in a whole another way. Your potential will be untapped. I'm not joking. Read the reviews. That my Etsy shop has been open for over a decade. There are literally over a decade of reviews on my Etsy shop. Okay. They also make your consciousness expand. So you need to have a focus. And your consciousness will expand where it's focused at. So if you want your consciousness to expand about how to make some money, be studying money. If you want your focus and your consciousness to expand about how to manifest, be reading something about manifesting. Okay, so your consciousness is going to expand, but it's also going to also focus on what it is that you're focused on. So make sure you have a project. Make sure you're reading something beneficial. Make sure you're not just out there willy-nilly focusing on every superstition and fear. Okay, don't be fear mongering. You got to have the right abundant mindset, darling. Fear mongers get on my nerves. It's like they ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got no money to manifest or nothing? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You improve every day. Good for you. As you should. Can you fast when you use your? You need energy, baby. You're gonna have a lot of energy. You're gonna need to put something in your stomach. I mean, if you're gonna fast, just fast from alcohol and meat, because that's gonna raise your frequency even higher if you ain't got no meat or alcohol in your system or drugs. So fast from those things. You don't have to, but if you want to fast from those things because you don't want to do those things. Because somebody be fasting and still doing the other stuff, which is stupid. How y'all gonna fast and be smoking and drinking? And rolling around on the mattress with dust. That don't make no good sense. How do I cast the most successful love spell? Love yourself first. Cast a self-love spell. That way you're already vibrating love and self-love, and people are attracted to people that love themselves. People that are obsessed with themselves often attract people that are obsessed with them. People that love themselves often attract people that love them. You got to be vibrating love from within before you can manifest love without. So the self-love spell is the most powerful spell because you're going to have standards and you're not going to let nothing in your life that's not there to benefit. Now that is love and that is protection as well. Do you understand? If you love yourself, you're not going to be around anyone, any man, any woman that's not beneficial to your frequency. You're 41 days alcohol free. Oh, no, that's right. Free agent. That's so good. You on my elixirs? That also helps you cut out bad habits. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, ma'am. You need a self-love spell. Every day, get up and pour into yourself. That's a ritual every day. Every day. Make an altar to yourself. Make an altar for yourself. Make a beauty altar. Make a glamour altar. Make a self-love altar. Put some stuff on it. Put your picture on it. Every day, get up, light a little candle on it. I have a little perfume that I spray every day. I love to do that. I have a self-love perfume. I have a perfume. It's a self-love perfume. I keep it on my altar. I have a picture of myself and other goddesses that, I do all that kind of stuff. And every day I spray myself and I spray my altar. Self-love every day in a bottle. Love potion number 7, darling. You can get yours too. Stay dust free while you're at it too. Spray yourself every day. Spray yourself. Spray your altar. This is a large bottle. You're going to get 100 milliliters. So it will last you a very, very long time. Or you can use whatever perfume you want. This one is linked in the description if y'all want. Has a mirror on there. It's a sprinkle on there. Self-love. Practice self-love. Worry about yourself. Okay? Ain't no man gonna love you if you're constantly looking for validation outside of self. Men, women, everybody is more attracted to people that are already fulfilled within, who don't seek outside validation. When you're not seeking validation on the outside, people come seeking validation from you. Do you understand? Because you already got what they want naturally within. So do the self-love spell and do a self-love ritual every day. Every day. Mm-hmm. Been doing that? Okay, good for you. Oh gosh, so also what? That happened when you took my elixirs? Your consciousness expanded to notice how unacceptable behaviors were happening around me? Mm-hmm. It was like my eyes were open to standards and my personal values. Yes. That's what's going to do. That's why y'all need to get on them. All right. And it will also help you to see more of what you were missing. Okay. To see on a higher perspective. You got phase 1 and 2, although 2 didn't feel strong. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Okay, your body is getting acclimated to phase 1. So phase 2 is going to give you more creative energies. Okay. Creative. I told y'all got to have a project to work on phase 2, because it's not going to be physical or mental energy. It's going to be creative energy. So perfect to manifest, Perfect to start a new project, perfect to create something. So use this phase 2 for creation. Your very wealthy older man back that I dated years ago. He's hot. Girl, this is wrong channel, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wrong channel. Look at the name. SHERA Goddess. Thank you, though. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When I'm on this channel, don't ask me questions from the other channel. Otherwise, I'll just go back over there. You got the rose water. Instantly notice the change. Okay, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can make your own. Make your own rose water. It's easy. I used to make it all the time. Mm-hmm. Elixirs have a shelf life to 6 months to a year. How to stop identifying with every thought that enters your mind. What do you stop identifying with it? Have a plan. Write down stuff. Write down what you're working on. Have a list of stuff to do. Like when that happens to you, it's because you don't have nothing to focus on. Okay? You need something to focus on. Stray thoughts can't enter your mind when you're focused. And also my elixirs help you stay focused too. So get your little planner or put it in your phone or whatever, however y'all be doing stuff, and write down what you need to do for the day. Write down what you want to think about, what you want to read about, what you want to research. It doesn't have to be a list of to do. It could be a list of to explore. How about that? Because some people don't like list of stuff to do. A list to explore. Have activities planned throughout your day to keep you from your mind from wandering astray. Okay. So for example, at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to do an oracle reading just to see what it says. Oracle cards tend to be more positive than tarot cards. So if you are trying to break free of negative thinking or intrusive negative thoughts, opt for oracle cards instead, okay? And do your own reading. And ask only positive questions. Then maybe you can do something else. Like, I'm going to drink water, but I'm going to program my water by speaking words into it, and then I'm going to drink it. Like, write down stuff to do when you start thinking about stupid stuff, you know? And then just do those things. And that's going to help you improve your life and help you think more positive thoughts and keep yourself busy, because some of y'all just don't have nothing to do. Or y'all be looking at too much activity on social media or something. Okay. What about self-hypnosis for self-love and beauty? You're supposed to already have that within. Think about this. When you were a child, you loved yourself without having to be told to. You just automatically knew, right? Go back to that thinking. You didn't hate yourself as a child. You didn't have to program yourself to love yourself as a child. Go back to that thinking, okay? If you've been programmed to hate yourself, if you've been programmed to not like who you are and to perform for other people all day, every day, just go back to when you were a child and you didn't care and you did what you wanted. All right? You can hypnotize yourself if you want, but, you know, it's not really that deep. You cry every time you talk to us about self-love. You changed me. I believe in myself now. That's wonderful, free agent. I'm so glad you believe in yourself, girl. You're supposed to. So you come on this channel more? Oh, thank you so much, girl. Spices B. Thank you, ma'am. That's so sweet. See, I appreciate y'all. Just for that, I'm going to draw you a card, girl. I got them in my hand. Here's your message. It's an oracle cards, and these are the answer is simple deck. I'm going to draw you a card just for being so nice. Let's see. I feel it. Yeah. See, here's your message, ma'am. Call your spirit home. You giving your energy away somewhere, you need to call it on back, baby. You need to call your energy back right now to wherever you're putting it and it's not benefiting you. There you go. Hopefully that was helpful. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Call that energy home. Hopefully it means something to you. Wow, lucky me. Received message received. Yeah, call that energy back home. Stop giving it out for free. Will this live be saved? Yep. All my lives be saved, girl. On YouTube. My elixirs, I'm going to link it right here. Go to, here's my Etsy store, but before you click or put anything in your cart, make sure your address for shipping is up to date on Etsy before you put anything in your cart. And here's my store right here. It's there. And if you order phase 1 and 2 at the same time, use get 10 as to save $10. That's only if you order more than one at a time. You can save some money. This is my best channel. Thank you, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. Which are the best type of cards to use for tarot for ourselves? Whichever ones you're drawn to. I would say start off with some simple ones or the traditional original ones. There's even some that have like the meanings on them so you can learn at the same time. Beginner ones. Get you some big ones. I started reading tarot cards at 13. So I have so many decks. What are my thoughts on the new Odyssey movie and the cast? I don't know. I might go see it. I think I read that story when I was in high school, but I kind of forgot. I think I talked about it a long time ago, that story on this channel, a long time ago. So I'll probably go see it. You want to buy an Oracle deck in New Orleans? I did. I bought a New Orleans Oracle deck in New Orleans. And the lady that made it lives there. I think. Yeah. They have a New Orleans Oracle deck. Why is it so hard to let old clothing go? If you can make money off of it, it ain't hard to let it go. Just sell it. If it's not worth nothing, give it away to someone who needs it more. It's hard to let old clothing go because that represents your old self. Old clothing represents your old self. You're not ready to move forward because you're afraid to let go and do something better. That's why if you're afraid to let old clothes go, you need to restyle your entire look. And it will be easier to let old clothes go when you restyle your look. If you got the same style as the old clothes, it's going to be harder to let them go because you're holding on to the older person, the old person. Reinvent yourself and that clothes will be in that bag real quick. You know what I'm saying? Reinvent your look and you won't have trouble letting go of old clothes. You just put it in the bag and be like, this ain't me no more. On to the next. This is not me anymore. On to the next. I have old clothes that I would never put on again because I'm not that person anymore. Okay? So you got to upgrade. Upgrade your style. Or give it to somebody that will appreciate them. That way, at least someone else is enjoying the clothing. How do you spiritually Cleanse antique objects from estate sale. It depends on. I'm not cleansing no antique objects from an estate sale. If it's from a rich area, I'm gonna leave that rich energy up on there. Okay, I'm not cleansing nothing. If I'm in a, I've been going to estate sales lately, and I'm keeping energy because the people were rich. Why would I get rid of some rich energy? That's what I need. Extra money. So I'm leaving it on there. You need to cleanse stuff from the broke areas. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I don't think you want nothing from the broke areas. All right. Y'all need to be cleansing stuff that's, not from estate sales. Y'all be cleansing all the good energy away. You go to the rich estate sales, that's what you're going for. The frequency, the energy. And the objects and the antiques that you take home, that has decades, and especially if it's an heirloom, could be centuries worth of, abundant energy, financial abundant energy. Keep it. You said what? See, when you get to when you just do things just because you're told to do them, this is another thing. You enter into spiritualism, magic, You're taught you're supposed to clean all old things. Wrong. You're supposed to use your own brain to think what energies you want to keep and what energies you want to get rid of. Then you decide, do I want to cleanse this energy? You don't just cleanse everything. You might want to keep that type of energy. Okay? So use your own mind when it comes to certain things. Yes, it's good to cleanse things, but not everything. You want to keep some of that energy. Okay. The platinum vita elixir, girl, it's gonna have you rolling around on that mattress. You better have somebody that you like trying to have a baby with or something, or it's gonna give you a lot of creative energy. Creative energy. You better be working on a project, a book, in the gym, and on an invention, on a product line. It's gonna give you that energy to create. You gonna try to create on a mattress if you don't try to create elsewhere. Okay. You on that? A lot of men order it to keep their libido up. It's like, and it works for women too. It gets your libido up there. Like if you're a lady and you're married or you got a man and you don't feel like it sometimes, you're just not into it. That stuff, you're gonna be into it. That platinum. Don't do it if you got a dusty or if you're a pick me. You should stay off of the platinum. All right. You channel that energy if you're on it into something creative that's going to make you money. I remember like this one person who bought the elixir kept coming in my comments talking about don't get pregnant on phase 2 or the platinum because it makes you want to roll around on the mattress. Okay, so if you start feeling some tingling, that's that phase 2 or that's that platinum. Okay. When you start to feel that tingle and you ain't got nothing to tingle with, work on a project. Channel that energy and transmute it into creative energy. That's where your money's going to come from. Okay. Or your ideas or all that. Okay. Don't waste it on the mattress. Unless that's what you're buying it for. Got to do it in order. You can lessen the amount that you take. All right. How do you manifest 30K overnight? Please help. By getting a sugar daddy that owns a car dealership. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Don't ask me dumb questions. Why do you need that overnight? What have you been doing wrong in your life to need that overnight? Never supposed to be that desperate. Okay. The title means the new generation is awakening. Yeah. I like to see the new generation awakening. Like on social media, you have a lot of people that are talking, teaching, doing their research. It was so cute. Because like back in the day when I was a little bit younger, I see my generation awakening online, the millennials, and now the new generation. It's just nice to see, and like a lot of stuff that's going on everywhere. People are starting to learn how to decode. They're getting more into the occult, symbolism, decoding, magic. Da 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 da. It's going to be a magical fall because we got Practical Magic 2 coming out. Now everybody going and their mama gonna be a witch. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I've already read the book that Practical Magic 2 is going to be about because I've read the whole series. It's pretty good. So I already know what the movie's about because I read the book. Part 2. What to do if you don't have access to get the elixir? What do you mean you don't have access? You don't live in America? You don't live in this country? Well, someone that doesn't live in this country, they have it sent to a postal PO box or something like that, or a post place in America, and then they ship it out to a foreign country. You got to call them and give them instructions because I don't do it through Etsy anymore because of customs. It gets too tied up in customs, and I don't want to be responsible for your stuff getting tied up if it get tied up, you know. So you said the mail forwarding service. Yeah, whatever y'all got to do. And no, I don't have no little paper that says all this and stuff, so don't ask me for that because I don't ship internationally. So y'all have to figure that in out. A couple of people have definitely been successful because they told me, yeah, I got it done through the mail forwarding service and it came through. All right. I did not see Project Hail Mary, but my daughters did. They went to see it. They said I would love it, so I might go see it. Or I might see it when it comes, like, is it on streaming yet? I'm gonna see it. Is it better to write in blue or black ink? I'm writing in black. It's the color of darkness in the womb, where all creation and life is formed, just like in the universe. I do black. All right. I do it. I have a black manifestation journal and I write in black ink. Okay. Should you collect thunderstorm water tonight? If that's what you'd like to do, man, yeah. What you gonna use it for? Top 5 books. I don't do top 5 nothing, baby. Just go and look at the second link in my description. And I have books and spiritual items that I recommend. And you can click on that and it'll take you to all the books and the spiritual items that I recommend or that I have and have read. Okay. What? I've read too many books to pick top 5, girl. It's just too many. But all of them, a lot of them are going to be listed there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I like getting old antique objects of like, okay, let me tell y'all, I can give you some glam magic right here. So if you go to an antique store and you find like vanity items like this, like that ladies used to set on their vanities. This is a powder. It holds powder, like body powder. I put my own body powder in there, but it was empty when I bought it at the antique shop. You know, a lady that had this, you know, she sat at her vanity, you know, she did her little beauty ritual, you know, she made time for herself. You know, she cared about herself. So you're also gonna get a lot of that type of energy from like curated items like this at antique stores. You can tell the type of owners that they might have had by how well kept they are, the color, you know what I'm saying? So I like to get objects from antique shops that hold a lot of energy from probably women that also practice a lot of self-care. Okay. Because that's the energy that was in those things when they sat down to their vanity, when they used them, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So I like doing that. And then I put, you know, new powder and stuff in them. Get a new powder puff. But the object is also holding some of that energy, some of that magic that you want. You know, the older ladies in the older days, they didn't leave their house looking like who did it and why. They made sure that they looked good from head to toe. Okay, y'all remember back in the old days when women used to wear the powder, the gloves, make their hair was always perfect. Their outfit was nice. They didn't walk out the house with no leggings and t-shirts on and flip-flops, okay? They came out correct. Okay. You get the kind of energy if you're trying to level up and work on your glam magic. Go to the antique shop, go to the thrift shop. You can even go on Etsy if you don't live near any antique shops. They sell antiques on Etsy as well, and you can get stuff like this and get some of that energy out of there. Okay. The energies of yesteryear from the ladies that did not leave their house looking like who did it and why. That's what y'all need. Mm-hmm. Even if you got to put up some pictures of your grandmothers that used to dress nice, or just someone in general that you think, you know, is goals, or even yourself when you're looking your best, get your little picture and put that up. Advice for beginners in spell work, spiritual wellness. Okay. Self-love is number one, because you're always going to be looking outside of self for answers when it's literally within. So you got to accept yourself as you are first. So you need a self-love spell first. Because a lot of people enter into the spiritual or, you know, witchcraft and stuff looking for stuff. You got to start looking within first. So I would say self-love spell is the first spell you should do. Accepting yourself as is, love everything about you, and then change what you need to work on if it's beneficial. You said you feel like your energy is all over the place. How do you call it back? You got to have something to focus it on to call it back. So what are you going to be focusing on? What you need this energy for? You have a project? Are you the project? Are you gonna start a level up journey? Are you gonna work on yourself? Are you gonna manifest something? What are you working towards? Calling your energy back, you need a focus for it. Okay. You can't just have it and not doing nothing with it. Somebody's gonna call it out. You need to be doing something with your energy, whether it's self-improving or whatever. So call it back for a purpose. Make a purpose. You said thoughts on Fabio Jackson? You mean the guy that was in the Kanye video? I thought that was cool. I knew that was him when I saw it. Like, is that Fabio Jackson in the back there? Trying to, you know, that representing Michael Jackson in the Kanye West video? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what are ways to call your energy home? Just call it. Say, I'll call my energy back to me. But what do you call honestly, what do you like when y'all say this? Like, this is also what y'all need to think about because y'all just be doing stuff to just be doing stuff. So I got to tell y'all, what are you calling whose energy? Who has your energy? First of all, is it several people? Is it a particular person? What are they doing with the energy? And what are you going to be doing with the energy? You know what I'm saying? And do you and who are you taking it from? Are you being specific about who you're calling it back from, or are you just taking it out from everybody that has it? So you got to be careful and think about certain things. You said a job demand. Okay, so be specific when you call it back. All right. Because here's the thing. If you're a mother and you give your energy to your children, you don't want to call that energy back. You want that where it's at, right? Because that's your influence, that's your love, that's your, you know, blah 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 blah. So be specific when you call it back. Because you don't want to call it back from something that you're putting it into to create, you know? You call it back from certain things. Manifested out of lack, not knowing I was doing the spell wrong. Wrapped up after it finally wrapped up after 2 years. You had to go on a mental diet because what? To rid it and manifest something new. Okay, you doing too much. All right. Well, now you know to only manifest an abundant mindset. That's a lesson you probably learned, and that's probably going to be very helpful now. Okay, good for you. Never manifest out of lack. If you do, figure out how to transmute before you have to wait all that time again. Okay, make it make sense abundantly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mhm. All right. You Yeah. So like, yeah, I like how the new generations are waking up. Don't get stuck though in like the mundane part of things. You're supposed to grow spiritually. And wisdom and knowledge, if it can't be applied and create, it's not really going to help you. So memorizing a bunch of crap and arguing in comments, because some of y'all be doing it, it's not abundant. If you can take the energy, what you learned, and the wisdom and apply it, and it can bring you something, that's when you know you got it. Okay. One way to channel your energy is to wake up early and glam up before you get your boys ready. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. Make yourself feel beautiful, powerful before you get up and help anybody else. It's true. Got to get up early in the morning. You feel like there's so much information yet confuses manifestation and quantum. You're doing too much. Focus on one thing. What do you want? Are you just trying to learn? Do one thing at a time. Some people aren't multitaskers. Okay. If you're getting confused, slow down and focus on one thing at a time. Some people are not multitaskers. If you got elixirs, you might be able to do a little bit more, because like I said, they work on, conducting electricity in your body and in your brain. And so you'll be able to do more because you're going to be connecting more dots versus 1, 2, 3. You're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because when that neuron in that brain fires and it has that elixir, which has like the nanoparticles of gold, platinum, copper, and silver and all that kind of stuff in there, when it's like being a conductor in your brain, which works on electricity, you're going to be able to connect more dots and think broader, vibrate higher on a frequency. Can you please recommend self-love spell? Just make one up, baby. Google self-love spells. It doesn't matter. It's not what you do. It's your intention that you put into it. How are you feeling about yourself? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You get one from anywhere, baby. All the symbols are the same. The ingredients are very similar. You just go do one, baby. Okay? You make one up. You do your own research. I have self-love spell, beauty spell, all that kind of stuff in my playlist on my channel page here. Okay? In a whole video. Y'all can go do that. It doesn't matter which one. Just do one and feel it. It's not about the ingredients. It's not about the actual spell. It's about your energy, yourself. That's what you're going to learn. It's not like you're making a cake. Okay? Not at all. The whole point of learning things is the process of learning is to learning what vibrates on what level, what represents what's symbolic of what to put in your spell. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing that research. Because if I just tell you a list of ingredients, you're not going to know. You're not going to be vibrating on the same frequency, which means it's not going to even be as powerful. Okay? How people created spells in the first place. They're like, oh, this represents this symbolizes that. When you understand what something represents and what it symbolizes, your frequency goes up because you know what it is. You're aware. Your awareness is higher. Your frequency becomes higher. So if you know what a rose represents, if you know what frequency a rose carries, your energy and your awareness and your spell work or your manifestation is going to be more powerful. But if I just tell you to put a rose petal in there, you're not going to know what that's for. It's not going to be vibrating high. So you need to go do your own research. You need to pick apart every ingredient in whatever spell you create or that you do. You need to go learn what the ingredients are for, what they symbolize, because that's going to make it work better. When you become a student and then you start practicing, your stuff's going to work faster and better. But if you're just making a cake and just throwing ingredients together, it's not going to work as good as it could, So the knowledge behind what you're doing is also going to make it more powerful. If you can break down and decode everything that you're putting into that spell as what it means, it's going to make the frequency higher in it. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're just saying, did I do it wrong? I don't have this. You don't know what none of that stuff means. So go do your research, study, start learning symbolism, what things mean, all of that stuff. You don't have to do it in a broad perspective. You can just do one. Okay, what does this mean symbolically? Do that to all the ingredients in your spell. So you know what you're doing. You don't have to go too far. Just do the symbolic meaning of all the things in your spell work. And when you do it, it's going to be way more powerful than just putting a bunch of stuff in a bowl and mixing it around or a jar or, burning a candle and saying 3 things. You don't even know what it means. If you know what something means, it's more meaningful. And when something is more meaningful to you, you're going to vibrate on a higher frequency and it's going to be more powerful. You say, read the Kabbalion. Yeah, I read that too. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. That's actually on my list of books that I recommend in the description bar. Ways to manifest clients. Be good at what you do. And tell people what you do. There are better business spells that you can do. Look them up online. Okay. Or you could just manifest more clients. Say, you know what? More clients are arriving each day. Satisfied clients that return. Look, I'm going even further. Satisfied clients that return and spend even more money and tell other people about me. That's what you need to say. Mm-hmm. They don't want to pay you for 30 minutes daily of OT that I have to do every day. What's OT? I don't know. What's OT? Overtime? They don't want to pay me for 30 minutes daily of overtime. Then don't do it. Start tracking it and then go to HR. Mhm. How to stop obsessing with outcome while manifesting. That's not the point. The point is you're doing too much. You always say y'all doing too much. Maybe you're just that kind of person. When you order something on Amazon, do you obsess over when it's arriving? How it's arriving, the packaging that it's arriving in? Do you care? Do you just know what you ordered? Stop overthinking it. Maybe manifesting is not for you. Maybe spell work is best for you, or maybe affirmations are best for you. Sometimes y'all be doing too much and y'all can't take it because y'all obsess over the wrong things. Okay? Maybe you need to figure out a different method of trying to, bring something into reality if you're going to obsess over the outcome. Because see, let me tell y'all something. Religion gives you prayer. So you can't obsess over the outcome because you're doing too much. Religion says shut up and beg. There is no guaranteed outcome in religion. So you're not overthinking nothing. But when you're in full control of your mind and you have an abundant mindset, you don't worry about stupid stuff like that. Okay? So you need to work your abundant mindset, and your mindset of, what's best for you is going to happen for you. If you're trying to manifest something stupid that you can't even handle, you know what I mean? You also need to be thinking about that. I don't know what you manifested. But if you're obsessing over the results, that's the type of mindset that people tend to give religion to. Because you're not going to be thinking about the outcome if you're sitting over there praying and hoping and begging. You understand? So you got to have a strong mental in order to be able to manifest. You got to have confidence in yourself and stop worrying about stuff. You said you can't birth it, adopt what? Adopt at it? Start with phase 1. Yeah, phase 1, SHERA's golden elixir. Yeah. And make sure your addresses are correct before y'all put anything in that cart. Because y'all don't want y'all's packages going everywhere and y'all have to pay double shipping. Yeah, stop worrying about the outcome. When y'all are taking too seriously. First of all, I talked about this last time, and I'm going in a second. But first of all, y'all need to stop doing manifesting and magic and stuff in desperation. That's number one. You're supposed to do everything you need to do in the frequency that you need it to come through. Like I said in my older video that I did last time, when you're trying to manifest money, Make sure it's on payday when you feel rich. Make sure you're listening to music that makes you feel abundant. Make sure you're wearing clothes and things that make you feel abundant. Okay. Don't manifest out of lack ever. Don't manifest out of desperation. Manifest when you don't even need to manifest. Okay. Act like it's not a last resort. Act like it's just something that you normally do every day, or normally do without needing it or obsessing over it or being in lack. Okay, do it just because you can. Like if I sit here and I just manifest, oh, I'm going to manifest more streams of, passive income that I don't really have to do anything to get. It's just going to come my way. I can literally just sit here and say that, even though I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. I already have those things, but I could just keep doing it. I don't need it. Don't manifest in lack, manifest in abundance. And you're not going to worry about the outcome because you already got it. Okay, so start by practicing, by manifesting something that you really don't need, that you're not in a rush to get. And watch how fast it comes and easy it comes. Because you're not in a lack mindset, in a scarcity mindset, in a worried mindset, in a stressed out mindset. Watch how fast it comes when you don't even need it. And then you're going to start to learn how to manifest without those, those negative feelings. Mm-hmm. You said close the blinds to be safe. Girl, I'm safe, believe me. I don't live in the hood, baby. Come on. All right. Mm-hmm. Does manifesting and desperate make it not happen? No, it just gives you bad, desperate energy. Desperation, if you are manifesting out of desperation and you have no choice, okay? You always got a choice, but if you just don't realize it, wait, if you can, raise your frequency to feel abundant or whatever it is that you want to manifest. Raise your frequency to what it is that you're trying to manifest, not what you don't have. That's not how it works. That's how prayer works. That's not how manifestation works. See, a lot of y'all are confusing. When in religion they say, oh, pray for this, pray for that, pray for this. That's not the same thing as manifesting. Okay, here's the difference between prayer and manifestation religiously. In the Bible, Genesis, in the beginning, there was this, and God created this, and God created that. That's manifesting. Prayer is over there sitting there begging, hoping, and wishing. Not knowing if the outcome is not being confident within. Just hoping, it's not creating. Okay, so that's the difference if you're into religion. So when you manifest, you got to create. You got to say what it is and be done. And not worry about it. That's why in the Bible it says, and God rested on the seventh day. That means he manifested and sat down and let it be. Forgot it. He stopped worrying. He stopped doing all that stuff. It is what it is. Okay. Now, I don't believe in religion, but it's a metaphor for how you are supposed to manifest. Not how you're supposed to beg. Okay. How you're supposed to create. How you're supposed to manifest. How you're supposed to do all that stuff. Say what you said, do what you did, and then you sit back and let it come. You let it happen. All right. You stop worrying. You ain't nothing to be worried about. If you're doing something out of lack instead of creation, if you're doing something out of desperation instead of creation, you're not a magician. Okay, you're not in charge. You don't have will. You're over here scrambling. So Do things to prevent you from having to scramble in the future. Set yourself up good. Manifest when you don't even need to manifest. Manifest because you got 5 minutes, you know? And you'll never have to run into so many issues all the time. It's like preventative medicine versus, you know, giving you medication after you done already got a disease. It's like that. Eastern medicine versus Western medicine. Okay, that's it. Thanks for the main character manifestation tips. Thank you, Vesper, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate that. What would be the best way of lowering that? Manifest money. A sugar daddy. No, just kidding. If you're not into that, manifest another stream of income that you can make money in while you're asleep. Work smarter, not harder. The idea will come to you. Manifest money making ideas. See, manifesting money in abundance is one thing, and manifesting money making ideas is another thing. Because the ideas you can sell, you can write about, and you can use. The money that's going to flow abundantly may come from the money making ideas. So, all of the above. Don't manifest out of desperation, manifest out of intelligence. All right? Think about this. Y'all be using Chat GPT and AI? All right. When you're trying to create something on Chat GPT, the right words and phrasings are very important to get the results that you want, correct? When you have really sat down and thought about what it is that you're getting ready to create on Chat GPT, you use the correct phrasing. You're not desperate. You've written everything out because you need the outcome to come out as exactly like you wanted, right? So you're going to take your time. You're not going to be in a rush. You're going to research and say, what do I say to Chat GPT to get it to do A, B, C, and D? And then you're going to go to get all your info. You're not going to be desperate. You're not going to be in a hurry. You're not going to be trying to hurry up and create something. That's how you need to manifest. Okay. And then you're going to get the correct results. Now, let's say you saw something on TikTok and you're like, oh, I want to recreate that. And you don't do your research and you just hurry up and try to do the same thing and yours come out all stupid looking. You'd be like, tell Chat GPT to do A, B, C, and D, and then it comes out totally wrong because you did not click the little thing where the ... is and then read the instructions on how to do it. You just did it out of, desperation or like just in haste. That's kind of like manifesting. Some of y'all manifest in haste and don't get the correct results because you're not, understanding that you need to use correct words. You don't need to be in a hurry. You don't need to feel any type of lack or desperation behind it. Okay? There you go. I don't always go live on nighttime. This is my new schedule for summer. My kids are out of school. I ain't got to wake up super early. I have more time. Even though I'm trying to move, I still try to make time to go live in the evenings from now, for now. I do my little work during the day, try to get my little move scheduled, my painter scheduled, So I'm on a new schedule now that it's summer and my kids are out of school. All right. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I am getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So if y'all have one more question, hurry up. Then I got to go in a few minutes. But definitely pick up my book, get my elixirs. All the links are going to be in the description bar. Definitely pick those up. All the books that I also recommend are also going to be in my description bar with a lot of other stuff. Y'all click on it, check it out. Y'all have a good night too. I'll see y'all later. All right, y'all. Bye.